to the chagrin of many. We were lucky. Am I following in here?
Yeah, right here, man. So what brings you back to the show?
Got a new record coming out. Record's out. We're on tour right now. And also I'm doing a reality show with my chick. And I know it's the Scott Baio show. Scott Baio's 45 and single. We're taking over the franchise. So after 15 years being with my chick, I got to decide whether I'm going to shit or get off the pot, whether I'm going to marry her or not. And I have a problem with commitment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. So just here to rap and catch up with Howard. I haven't been serious yet. It's so exciting. I'm nervous. I'm scared. It's the only guy because he's my fucking hero. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's on repeat all day long in my house and all the speakers, and all through my room. So just to be here in the good halls and breathing the same air of Howard Stern and the crew, I'm honored, man. I'm humbled.
All right, man. It's a big day for you.
It's a big day. It is. Anytime to be in the Stern Show is a big day, man.
All right, hang tight. We'll see you in a little bit.
God bless.
All right, Gary, bring in Mark. Spread your love and fly. Come on, man.
What's up, everybody?
Don't be uptight.
I'm so not uptight. I'm so stoked to be here.
Why do you always put down your own music? You always say, oh, it took
Because,
a
Howard, I'm the luckiest guy ever. I came in the back door in this business. I can't sing. I can't host.
I hate when you say
but
that.
Howard, but have you ever heard
what do
me
you mean?
sing?
Yeah, I've seen you on stage.
Well,
You're a good singer.
I can pull it off. I've got like a tone that people react to. But thank God for Pro Tools and technology. It's kept me in the game.
I've seen you do it live. Unless you're lip syncing. I don't think you were. You were singing live.
I wish I could lip sync. I'm so jealous of Britney and those guys. I'd love to go out there and shake my disgusting ass and just get some money. You know what I mean?
You have this whole
What's up, Artie?
You have this whole self-effacing thing, which I think is charming, but in a way, it's a little.
But Howard, like you just, these songs I wrote with a bunch of people, and like divine intervention kind of happened to make it happen, and I'm not the
But
best
it's almost
singer.
like you're saying to your fans, why bother come to see me?
No,
I'm
I think
not
it's
that
the
good.
opposite, Howard. It's like, look, if I can do it, it's truly, it's not like, you're looking at Bono going, if I can do it, you can do it. No, we can't all be Bono. If I can get on stage and make it happen, then so can you. There's a way to figure it out.
Bono is a better singer than you, you're saying.
It's close, Howard. It's really Bono. I wouldn't even be in the same room with the guy, But no one's had more fun than me, Howard. And listen, we've been able to craft a few songs. I'm very proud of that. You were just listening to Flying every morning, and those aren't easy to write.
No.
If they were, we'd all do it, and we can't all write Psychedelic B.
No, when you write a hit song, it's a big deal.
It's amazing. And you still hear these songs on the radio, and it's a lot of fun, and it's why we're. Hey, Robin. It's why.
Speaking of Psychedelic B, Mark put it out on some album. The song I wrote in 6th grade that he recorded.
That's right.
I got a check for $6,000 the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I did for my music. I can't believe it.
It's long overdue, Howard.
Yeah.
I remember when we were. That was
my
in
lawyer came here. He goes, "You can hear $6,000." I go, "What? For what?"
Residuals.
He goes,
Did you write a song?
He goes, "For your songwriting." I go, "I wrote a song." He goes, "That crap you wrote in 6th grade that Mark McGrath made into a song."
You did it, the lyrics and the music.
Yeah. So
right?
why, if your parents said to you, "Look, don't become a singer.
No.
You have to go to college." They made you graduate college, and they said, then when you graduate college...
That's the key caveat right there.
You can do whatever you want.
My mom and dad literally said, Mark, we don't care what you do. We're supportive. And they always have been. They said, just get that college degree.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So I went to University of Southern California. I majored in communications. I looked around the room, and I saw Rodney Peete, Willie McGinnis. I'm like, this is the major for me. I'll be doing this one. And so I got that degree on a Saturday. And next Sunday, I was in my mom's garage with the band I'm currently in now with the same dudes. And I go, you guys said if I got that degree, and they held their word and they've been very supportive. So they sort of had to deal with me.
Were you scared in the beginning after you graduated college and now you were banking on this band to make it? Were you really scared? Seeing how you think you can't sing and all this, were you scared you weren't going to make it?
Banking on being a rock star in a band, that was a long shot. But I just wanted to do it and give it a shot, But I never thought it could happen. And that's why we're still doing it. We play music because we love to play music. It's like it's a pretty fucking good job to have. Man.
It's a real good job to have.
Traveling on a bus. I mean, the hysteria of the '90s is gone, Howard, and like the chicks and the cover of Rolling Stone and all that stuff. That was amazing. It was a lot of fun. But now what we have left is playing music and the songs people enjoy.
But Gary just went to one of your shows, and he even said, there's no cougars in your audience. It's young, hot chicks.
Oh, I don't know.
And you have a confusing life because, A, you're very handsome. B, you're a rock star. C, you've been engaged to the same woman for 15 years, on and off, kind of.
On and off? What do you do, take the ring off?
Well, because he bangs hot chicks. I mean, he does.
Well, Howard, engaged is, we've never been engaged. What we've had a long-term... Karen. Well, last chick I brought here, she married one of your staff. Remember that?
That's
back in '94?
Yes, that's true.
But I'm afraid to bring anybody here.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing her off and on for about 15 years. And, we've lived this incredible life, and to make it work, we've had to make certain concessions. Let's say.
In other words, she accepts the fact that on occasion you are going to be with another girl.
I don't know if she accepts it. It's not implied, and it's certainly not explicit. But there's been a sort of an understanding. And by the way, it goes both ways.
It does.
She's been with other guys?
She probably has.
She's had boyfriends and all that. So we've split up for times and been apart. But we're at a point now where I'm 41 years old.
Right.
Okay. This institution of marriage is having kids. It all sort of appeals to me right now. So the irony of the whole thing is, Howard, is that you had Scott Baio in here a year ago to do the 45 and single show.
Yeah.
Well, guess who's taking over that mantle and start filming a reality show like my man Artie over here?
Well, it can be a little frightening as you get older to keep living that lifestyle. Like at some point, maybe you got to look around and say, maybe I've got a good thing here with Karen.
You know what? I like waking up next to her, Howard. You know what I mean? I know it sounds cheesy, but I like watching King of Queens reruns with her.
So when I read in the gossip rags, like in 2005, you banged Pamela Anderson, which was a big deal to me. And
to me, too.
It was a big score.
No, I didn't.
I don't want to even say
her.
score.
Howard, I know the rules of the show. I know the Jerry O'Connell rules. I know how it works, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You lay it out there, and this is the place to do it. And I love you guys, and you're responsible for my career. I'd love to say that was true. It's just not true.
You were.
I was never at a place. Never went out for takeout food in Malibu. And by the way, a rumor like that, I'm not squashing a rumor. That's killer. Are you kidding me?
It makes it hard when you're dating Karen on and off, and then she reads that you just banged Pamela Anderson.
It makes it a tough 10-minute conversation. It certainly does.
So you're saying I'm barking up the wrong tree with Pamela Anderson?
Yes, you are, definitely.
All right, hold on.
I'm friends with Kid Rock. He's my friend forever, so that didn't happen.
All right, so that never happened. All right, but let me see here. I'll find some girls you banged here. So, okay, when you were banging Jordana Brewster.
Never banged her either. Well, never.
You dated her.
I didn't date. I had one makeout night and on New Year's Eve.
So when you were making out with her, it gets back to Karen.
It does, but we weren't really going out at that point. So it sounds bad, but in retrospect, it was part of the whole just landscape of my incredible lame life.
It was your on and off kind of.
Yeah, and anything you see there, Howard, we were off.
But when you hook up with right, no, okay. Let me bring up someone that is pretty much a given that you banged.
All right,
Paris Hilton, and I know you did.
All right, man.
Okay, all right. So you did. All right.
I may have.
All right. Does Karen Does Karen call you up after because Paris Hilton I think is a gorgeous girl.
Paris is lovely. She's cool. She's really cool, and her whole thing. She knows what she's doing, and we've had this conversation before.
What do you mean she knows what she's doing? You mean sexually?
In all ways. I mean, she knows the image she's putting out there and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying she's smarter than what we see. In other words, she knows. She's self-aware.
Yeah. Forrest Gregg, remember him?
Yeah.
He wasn't always drunk, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But are you saying...
Was that an old Bob Hope roast reference?
Yeah, you can't believe this.
What's wrong with me?
No, but what you're saying is that... Okay, you meet Paris Hilton, and everyone thinks she's a bimbo, and everyone goes on her and stuff. And it probably goes through your head, you go, hey, wait a second. I can't be with Paris Hilton. I mean, I just can't be. But you meet her and you find her charming.
She's charming. She's lovely. And she just...
What, you're hanging out one night? You're at a bar?
Just one of those deals, yeah. Right. You hang out at the bar, you do this.
And she eyeballs you right away. Oh, boy, there's the guy.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
No, I understand.
Yeah. So
I just want to understand.
Details a little, you know me, I'm Irish. I like to have a few.
Right.
So, the Bushmills was talking that evening, so...
But why not hook up with her permanently? Seriously, would it be embarrassing to you to be with her?
No, I think she's great. I have no problem with her at all. It just didn't pan out that way. You know what I'm saying?
How does it end? Like, in other words, it's just a one-nighter?
The good thing about Paris, she's not really looking for that long-term thing either.
But is it a one-nighter with her?
Yeah.
That was it?
One night, done. She's great. She's lovely. I've seen her again. She's great.
You have? Did you call her afterwards?
No, maybe. Nah.
Do you think you should?
I probably should. No, look, we did.
So you being a gentleman, what you're saying to me
I'm trying to play the game of the show and be a gentleman.
But at the same point,
everybody hates fucking gentlemen.
No, because it's not even hate. I want to understand. I swear to you, this is just. I wish I could talk to you off the air about this because I want to understand it. I want to know what goes wrong. To me, Paris Hilton's
nothing went wrong, Howard. Nothing went wrong.
Right. She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
I think if we were off the air, I'd say you maybe weren't that satisfied sexually, but you probably were. But I think in your mind, you probably couldn't just hack her personality after you came.
Well, see, you're sort of giving me the benefit of the doubt, thinking she'd want to be with me forever. You know what I mean? I'm Irish, all that entails. You know what I'm saying?
Was she laughing?
She wasn't laughing, but she certainly wasn't screaming.
So in other words, you weren't that great in bed for her.
I don't think I am, dude. I'm 3 minutes Sports Center and I'm sleeping. You know what I mean?
And your penis is small.
Yeah, yes it is. I'm Irish, dude. I get the curse.
You disappointed her.
Yeah, I'm like the reverse of a butterface.
Is this you being a gentleman, or is this you?
Anybody?
Is this you being a gentleman, or is
No, that's just what happened. That's the truth.
In other words, she didn't want to. You wanted to see her again.
I don't think either one of us are looking for this long-term, let's ride after the sunset type thing. It was a sort of Hollywood, thing and done.
When it's a one-night thing, you go back to your place or hers? Hers.
Yeah.
Hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a house, let's just say.
Let's say you're at a house.
Yeah.
And it's a one-shot deal. Like, in other words, you don't sleep over.
No.
You don't blow your load 2-3 times.
No.
Just
no.
once.
I've never done that. What's that like, Howard?
Come on. When you're with a really hot chick?
Yeah.
I mean, Paris Hilton, I would blow my load 4 or 5 times.
I have this, off button, dude, immediately. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is.
So you zip up your pants and you're gone, and no call afterwards?
I just maybe a couple calls. I mean, how you do a text or two. I think texting was just starting around there in 98, 99.
What do you think that is? You're using her, and she's using you, right? I mean, you're a bright guy. What goes on there? I mean, it's a one-shot deal. She needs to say, I had Mark McGrath, and you need to say you had Paris Hilton.
It's this caveman DNA we have. You know what I mean? I think we all have it. And the thing is, all guys want to get down like that. It's just some people have the filter and some don't. Sometimes I just don't. I haven't been a good person my whole life. I'm not proud of it.
No,
but I'm working on it now, Howard.
But I'm the same way. I
you've always
it.
been a good person. You're sort of you're my ethics code, dude. You know what I mean? If you do it, I do it.
I'm telling you, I have caveman ethics. I did for a couple of months. I was bad.
You had your lost John Lennon weekend, right?
Yeah, but I was bad. I mean, because
you weren't. You could never be bad, bro.
I was bad. Isn't that a use? I mean, you fuck Paris Hilton.
I don't know if it's a use if both people have the same idea. Sometimes it's just fun.
It's a symbiosis.
Have you ever heard that?
I don't think she was looking at me like, "Wow, this is the douche that sings in Sugar Ray. This is the catch of my life."
I disagree.
I don't think she was looking at me like that, my brother.
I disagree.
But
I disagree. I think she looked at... Listen, you can put yourself down all you want.
I'm good at it.
You're a big catch. You got a great career.
You're so nice.
And you're a good-looking dude. Right, Robin?
Sure, he's good looking. He knows that.
Yeah.
He looks in the mirror.
Propecia, veneers, and Botox. Keep me in the game, man.
Have you done Botox?
I've done it. I'm not lying. Just listen, dude.
Why'd you do it?
Because I'm lame, and here's the thing.
Are you insecure?
I don't want to take myself immediately out of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hang as long as I can. So if you have to get on a treadmill or do this, that, I've done it. I don't do it regularly. I've done it. It's not the greatest thing in the world. I don't think I'd make a practice of it. I checked it out. See what these Mark Steinis guys, what they're up to. I was hanging in that Pat O'Brien game for a sec.
When you became the host of...
By the way, I already said the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, the Pat O'Brien tape thing.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, hey, you want to bang Betsy and watch the dog, look at the dog watch and all that. Artie goes, let's join Al Qaeda and all that. That was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. I wanted to say that. I think about that sometimes laughing, and that makes me
Those
weird.
tapes are the great. Do you know him? That guy?
I know Pat, and Pat's great. I mean, you know Pat. I mean, he's cool. And I remember you guys were interviewing. He wants us to go away. That was so salacious and juicy. It was hard to go away. But he's very cool and kind of mentored me a little bit when I came to Extra.
So you took over his job?
No, I didn't take over his job. He was just, that's a very competitive world, entertainment news world. But he was very kind to me and he's a big music fan. He wanted to see me succeed. So Pat, I have nothing but love for Pat O'Brien.
I was shocked when you got the job at Extra because I didn't really think of you as a host of someone who would host a gossip show. I thought of you as a rock guy.
I didn't either. But what's funny, Howard, is people. We weren't in the. I wasn't in the White Stripes or Nirvana. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if Eddie Vedder started hosting Extra, I think it would be fucking weird, But
a lot of people thought it was weird because although you don't see yourself that way, we see you as a rock and roll guy. So it was sort of jarring to see you now hosting a thing.
And almost like a come down, right? From rock star to news reporter.
And by the way,
let's just say this, you guys. I didn't leave at the peak of the Sugar Ray stardom. We weren't just coming off a 10 million selling record. Mark McGrath shocks the rock world. It might have been more out of necessity as opposed to let's try a new career.
But it was a weird move for the band because it meant you weren't going to be available.
Well, the irony, Howard, is that they have kids and stuff, and they wanted to stop for a second. So I just looked in my messages. I had a couple phone calls to make through the years, and one of them was to Extra. And I literally called them on a Friday, and I go, hey, what's up? And they go, come on down and just meet with this executive producer named Lisa G. And I go, sure. I met them on a Friday. 2 weeks later, I'm hosting the show. I have no idea how the fuck I'm there. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, if you watch the first 6-7 months,
you had never hosted a show before. What made them think you could do it?
Well, Howard, I did a few things. I guess if you can chew gum and read a monitor in a rock band, they let you host the Radio Music Awards or the MTV things. I did a few of those, and I remember her telling me, she goes, "You kind of suck, but there's something there, Wow. And so they were willing to explore that. And that was
nice.
Well, yeah, thanks a lot. But it was.
Is that why you felt the pressure to do the Botox? Now you're on TV every day.
I'm vain. I'm vain like other dude, man.
Did they say to you?
It's embarrassing to admit that. You know what I'm saying, dude? But I gave it a shot.
What did you see that you needed to work on?
I was getting those weird wrinkles and shit.
In your forehead?
I was on the cover of Spin magazine, and one of the comments on it was, and I read all the comments because I'm just a masochist, self-abuse guy, and it said, "It looks like he has dental floss wrapped tightly around his forehead." And so Jim from Chesapeake Bay, thanks a lot for that one, man. So
well, I understand this. When I saw the movie Private Parts, and they had a lot of close-ups. I saw that my teeth were fucked up. I saw my nose was fucked up more than I even thought. And I got a little work done, so I understand this vanity. It even shocks me now that I got caught up in it. But
you do, you're a human being, dude. And I love to be like, tough guy, fuck it, I don't care, man. But like, I'm being paid for something I don't understand why I'm being paid for. So I'm going to stay in the game somehow. Like, you're not paying me because I'm a great journalist. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going out there like getting the good stuff out of Jen Aniston. You know what I'm saying? Mike Wallace.
Right. So there's a reason. You're a good-looking guy, and you want to maintain those good looks.
I don't know what it is, but I'm going to keep whatever it is I'm bringing to the table as long as I can, because God's going to take it away soon enough. And I did the bottom veneer thing too, man.
Sure.
Because I had my top veneers because I had these like weird meth teeth I had for 15 years I had to get rid of. and then
did you do a lot of meth?
Yeah, I might have done a few back in the day. And then I saw my bottom veneers. I'm like, it looks like Ben Franklin's wooden teeth, like freaking people out. So I got my bottom veneers done, and then I had speech impediment for a year and a half.
Wow, because it's hard to learn to speak with those
Of course.
things.
And then I remember the tsunami came for Sports Illustrated, sexy supermodel tsunami, and I was like, oh my God, I'm quitting. I can't do this anymore,
Yeah, it's tough because that's not your chosen field, and now all of a sudden you're being evaluated on a whole different level.
And publicly too, like I'd go to 7-Eleven, like, and 6 months later I'd get a case of beer, and this dude would go like, "Hey man, you kind of sucked when you started, but you're getting better, man." And like for some reason I just fuck with me on my head. Go ahead, tell me how shitty I am.
In a way, isn't your fame greater when you host Access Hollywood as opposed to being a rock star even?
Well, I really enjoyed hosting the show there, and the people were great, man. But were you
fired?
I was. The irony is, I wasn't fired. I was asked to do more, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't feel qualified.
Is that true?
Oh, it's absolutely true.
I feel like they gave you the bounce and hired this Mario Lopez.
Mario's great. Mario's born to do it. And he's good at what he does, and he'll fucking kick your ass. By the way, that guy's a bot. He's gnarly. He's really good at what he does. I'm not really born to do that. I don't know what the hell I'm born to do.
Do you feel you were pushed out in any way?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they wanted to change the sort of scope of it. Look at, the ratings were going down. The entertainment news genre in general sort of circling the drain because of the internet. Similar to what happened in the record industry. You have TMZ, Perez Hilton hitting things at 7 in the morning, unchecked and salacious.
So the ratings started to go down.
They started to go down. They did what they had to do to make a shuffle and change, and now Mario's kind of like, he's great. He does it really well. But they told me, listen, Mark, if you want to stay here.
So they brought in a younger stud. And it was your worst fear because
that's why he was doing the
you
Botox.
were Botoxing.
You think I had self-esteem issues before? I got replaced by AC Slater, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it a real? Let's be real. Was it a bit of a blow to the ego?
You know me. I'm just like this manic flow from just panic guy.
Maybe that's why you want to get married now. You see it all.
Maybe it is. It's all making sense to me. I got nothing left, man. Why not get married, right?
Right.
But I was there for 4 years, Howard. I thought I'd be there 6 months, so I was sort of ready to go. And what the conversation to me was, listen, Mark, you need to do more. You need to go out 7 days a week. You need to 24/7 on the weekends. And I didn't want to do that. And like they wanted me to do live shots on Larry King and talk about Paul Newman and his cancer. And I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going to like protect everybody else. I'm not professional enough to do that.
Right. It's not cool.
No, but there was sort of a phasing out as well. I mean, I think they knew by saying that to be like later. You know what I mean?
So the job was paying about $500,000 a year.
More than that, man.
Really?
The job was good to me, man. I didn't, it was nice.
It started out at $500,000 a year. I know that. That was the first year's salary.
How do you know that?
I know. Believe me.
I know
everything.
Know that?
I know salaries. Listen, I negotiate.
You're right. You know more than anybody.
Yeah. So it started out as a $500,000 a year job. Mm-hmm. By year 4, year 3, and now you're a success at it.
It was getting close to 7 figures.
No kidding.
Yeah, and like, listen, it was like the most mellow job in the world. I went there and went, hey, Lindsay Lohan was out last night at Hyde, and it was great. It was fun. It was a great job. I love the people.
What was your schedule like? How long does it take to work?
8 to 2.
8 in the morning.
Yeah, 8
till
to
2.
Yeah,
really?
It was,
that
it
long?
was great. Yeah, and you did some things on the weekends and the award shows and things like that. But it was mellow. It was great. And I'll tell you this.
And they pay almost $1 million a year for that.
At the end, they were. Yeah, it was nice. In the entertainment news world, man, I'm telling you, these guys kind of get a bad rap because it's kind of like surrounded by a layer of Velveeta cheese, which is well deserved. You know, it is sort of entertainment and fun and kooky. But these guys are some of those hardworking professional people I've ever met in my life. You show up at 6 o'clock in the morning. There's no show, Howard. And 4 hours later, there's a show they put out every day.
No, it's impressive.
It is impressive. And I feel like now that I've been in the inner workings, I see how it works. And I think they should get the credit they deserve. And like, they're almost too professional for me. I'm like, God damn, you guys are working too hard.
But
man.
did you ever feel bad when they would cover some people you know in show business and stuff, and they would take glee in their tragedy, like a celebrity divorce or something
I
like
would
that?
if it was Glee, Howard, but no one, they didn't. It was done classy. You know, there was a class to what they did there in entertainment news.
It wasn't so
They weren't
bad.
getting off on like people's depression or misfortune. You know what I mean?
Right.
I couldn't handle that. I couldn't. I wasn't raised that way.
You'd be out of that.
I would have been done, yeah.
Right. So would you say in a way your stock starts to even go up when you get this celebrity gossip TV show, high profile, like hotter chicks even in a sense?
It kind of went sideways. You know what I mean? It just kind of kept, you know, like the
fame going.
It actually took, you know, it's weird. It took like this sort of like celebrity star thing away, but like it made me more visible, strangely, you know.
Were you invited to more parties and
almost
this
the
kind of
opposite?
thing?
You know what I mean? You're like you're one of them now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I call the truth with all like George Clooney's and Kid Rocks of the world. I'm like, dude, I won't tell you about 3 a.m. and Sunset Marquee if you don't either. You know what I mean?
Right. So you did keep some things private.
You have to, you know. But again, it's not Extra is not such a salacious, you know, program where they want to hear about stuff like that. So it was cool. And the thing that really got to me, Howard, though, is I'll be sitting there in the red carpet and Colin Farrell will be walking down or Al Pacino will be walking down. Right? And you answer the standard questions, but then, you know, you have an agenda you got to hit. And when you see Al Pacino walking down the red carpet and you have to ask him a question about what he thinks about Britney Spears and the latest Kevin,
you feel like a douchebag.
It makes your insides wrap around your insides.
Yeah.
You know?
And you were the guy who would be on the red carpet before as the celebrity walking down, and now all of a sudden they're asking you to work the red carpet, and it's weird, right?
That I never had a problem with because, Howard, I've never really thought of myself like that, but it was just it would not bother me, just like getting information on people they didn't want to talk about. That was rough, you know. Asking Colin Farrell about his beauty tips. He's like, dude, we just had a beer the other day. What are you talking about?
So you're not banging any other chicks now?
No. I'm really trying to get this thing together. I really, and I never thought I'd do it on VH1. And the irony of this thing, this is real life happening to me. And like Jason Hervey and Scott Baio, you know, came to me with the idea. I go, listen, we have this franchise. Scott Baio is 41 and single, and we've heard your story. We think it'd be appropriate. And I'm like, God, I don't know if I want to put my whole fucking life on blast like that. You know what I mean, dude? I really don't. But then I'm like, you know,
are you doing it?
I'm doing it. I'm signed. As soon as I get home from this tour, I'm doing it. I'm on.
Yeah,
You're
he's
kidding.
not telling you because he turned it down.
No, this is happening. Yeah.
What is the show going to be called?
It's right now. It's called Knowing Mark McGrath, which I can't stand. Because I don't know Mark McGrath. You know.
Right.
So
nobody knows it.
No. So that's like the working title. We start filming with Scott and everybody, and then 26, and literally it's like, do I marry this girl or not? After 15 years, she's 37 years old. You know, she wants to
go through this on TV.
You know. Listen, dude. Scorsese, Bruckheimer, McCartney, they're not returning my calls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of just seeing what the hell's out there for me.
These guys are talking to you.
Yeah, I'm praying for Bret Michaels' career. You know what I'm saying?
Baio and Hervey are talking to you.
Yeah.
So you have hooked in with these guys.
We're locked in. We're doing the show.
Your girlfriend's up for it.
She's up for it, and like you know.
And
now what's going to happen on this show?
What's going to happen, Robin, is real life shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm either going to ask her to marry me or not, and it's going to be real. And she wants to have a kid. We'll see what happens. I never thought I'd be a VH1 guy.
Are you going to date other women during the show?
We're going to be on. Some of it's going to be on the road. So Temptation and girls that I may or may have seen before in Chicago or Detroit might be there, and might just sort of just guide me along my path.
When is the last time you banged
a gal?
A gal, yeah.
Wow. It's probably about 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
No, yeah.
Oh,
it's been a while.
It was probably Paris
I've settled
Hilton.
down. No, it wasn't Paris Hilton, but I've settled down a lot. And this is why I'm kind of doing the show now.
Is she good in bed, Paris Hilton? She is.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'd love to say no, but yes.
Why wouldn't she
She
go
knows
back
what
there?
her feminine wiles are all intact. She knows what the hell she's doing.
And she's sexy.
Have you seen her?
Yeah.
There's nothing wong with her, dude.
I would bang her.
Yeah, I know you would.
And I would give it to her about as good as you did.
And then she wouldn't return your calls either, man.
You use a condom or you went in bareback?
Condom.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Oh, are you telling the truth?
Why would I lie about that, Howard?
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
I can look at you and know you're lying.
Why do you say? Because my forehead's not moving?
Your forehead is completely wrinkle-free right now. That's how I know.
No, of course, man. Safe sex, my brother. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Okay, good. All right. Now, listen.
Hey, Howard, thank you so much for having me in, man. I mean,
wait, I want to talk about something.
No, I'm just saying, you know how much it means to me to have me. I mean, you guys are just part of my life all day long.
I love you.
I love you guys, too. And you really, because I'm sitting here because you gave us a chance in '95 with Psycho.
And you were good to me when you guys always came in and did the show and you recorded my song and I got $6,000 to show.
Well, there you go. But there's more coming, brother. It comes forever.
Hey,
man.
I love it.
Every quarter you'll see a check now.
Robin, we got to start writing songs. Because
I know. Let's get busy.
These checks are great.
I'm shocked.
Every quarter, Howard, I go to my boss and I forget. And you get this check. You're like, wow, teacher's salary, killer.
Yeah, if I get $6,000, you must be getting at least $7,000.
Yeah, but no, I imagine what Tom Cruise gets in residuals from movies. So I imagine what you get from Private Parts,
right?
Or what Artie gets from all the shit he's done. I mean, what does Tom Cruise get every quarter?
It must be wild.
Like $10 million?
I always say here, I was lucky enough to be in the movie Elf.
Oh yeah.
At Christmas they have marathons of it, so it's like getting a Christmas bonus every year.
And you forget,
it's fucking believable.
And you forget, you're like, wow, $50,000.
You're right, you forget. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's like found money.
You put out an album. The album is a new album, right?
Yeah, I wrote a new album. It came out in July 21st. Music for Cougars.
Music for Cougars, even though Gary says your music is not for Cougars.
Well, you know, it's funny. That title's not meant to be literal. There's a little bit of irony there, and people are calling me to be like the spokesman for Cougar Nation and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm 41 years old. No Cougars are checking for this saggy ass anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well, come on.
No, but I mean it though, and that's the irony of it. But I think our fans have kind of grown up with us, and I imagine some are our age. So it's a tongue-in-cheek title, obviously.
All right. So the new single is called "Girls Were Made to Love."
Yes.
I don't think you need to explain it. Girls Were Made to Love.
What else do you need?
Why did you write this song?
Actually, it's a sample from Don Everly from the Everly Brothers, who wrote the song back in the day. And you know, it came from the Gym Class Heroes guys. They had this track, and you've heard of that band, Gym Class Heroes,
sure.
of course. And they didn't use the song. I guess they felt it was too poppy, so it got into our possession somehow. And I'm like, this is the greatest song ever. And when it's sort of like a rap track where you had the chorus was a sample.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do we build this? I don't rap. We got our bro Collie Buds to be on it. It was just amazing, like Justin Timberlake of dance hall artists. He's incredible. And we put it together and we figured it out.
Now, what is this song? She's got the woohoo.
Basically, it's about, older cougar broads. That's the one cougar song. And actually, I was watching, I like all sort of cheesy reality shows. I love them all.
Have you ever banged a cougar? When I say cougar, a woman Robin's age.
You know, when
you can do it now.
Robin looks so beautiful. She transcends all that.
Could he bang you now?
He could have banged me at any time. He never tried.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She'll spread for you.
I felt love from Robin back in the 90s. Not anymore, though. Because she's on to, like, Gyllenhaal and all those cats.
No. She'll bang you right now. Pull your pants off.
Bang her right this
Robin,
second.
Go in your little booth over there, and we'll wait for you guys to get done.
I'm down. Don't even, seriously, I'll be part of the show.
Well, I don't know what you're so. Yeah, that Botox is working. She wants you.
Wyclef Jean banged you in there. Remember that?
Stop that.
Well, no, he
simulated.
He tried.
I was listening. I heard.
Do you, in other words, have you ever banged someone in their, let's say, 40s or 50s?
No. No, I haven't. When I was like 21, I banged a chick who was like 35. Yeah. But the cougar term wasn't even like in effect back then, so it wasn't really part of the natural inertia of the earth.
So you've never. This is only a fantasy.
That's not really fantasy. I was watching the Orange County Housewives, because my life got no meaning. And I'm watching it, and there's a girl that always goes, woohoo, when something happens. Her name's Vicky. You know what I mean?
Some women make very annoying noises.
They do when they get like a glass of wine, like, woohoo!
Yeah, they get very excited.
I know. Yeah. Which is grating on the back of your brain.
I watched this TV show, The Bachelorette, and this girl, every time she gets excited, she goes, woo, woo. And I go, what is that sound?
Yeah.
There's a certain group of women that make annoying noises. Like, let me think, like every one of them.
No, I got to tell you.
When women get excited, they get annoyed.
I said to my wife, you don't make those annoying noises, thank God. Because I don't think I could be married to you. It's
Howard, what did you think of the Billy Joel, Katie lead thing?
What, being divorced?
Yeah, how does that, play in your whole world?
I actually know them.
I know this. That's why I'm asking you.
I mean,
it's probably not my
I was
place
at
to
their
ask.
wedding.
I was getting you in the divorce.
He was at your wedding.
That's a funny thing because we've had Katie over the house a couple of times since the divorce, and I've spoken with Billy on the phone, and he called the other day, and I think he was checking in to see if we were still friends. And
so bizarre.
Yeah.
That's right. And I know both of them, and I think they're great. I guess, in the beginning, they really were kind of doing a lot of stuff together. Billy went off on tour. She was doing her own thing.
Yeah.
She was not cheating on him. I know that for a fact.
You would.
She was not
know.
cheating on him. But I think the two of them just completely fell apart after a year. And I think it is the age difference, too. I think that Katie's very young, and Billy's like a guy in his...
he's 60.
He's 60. It's just, it's a big difference. I was like, gee, this is an interesting thing. Could this last?
Almost 40 years difference.
Almost 40 years difference.
Dude, you go on the road for 2 months like Billy Joel does, and like you just want to go home in your cocoon and just not, you don't deal with people. You don't certainly to go parading down to a book signing, you know what I'm saying?
That's sort of the problem. I mean, I'm 55, man. I don't have a lot of energy to go.
Howard, you're the youngest 55 in the history of the world.
Yeah, well,
you reversed the aging process.
It's the Botox, my friend. But
you did Botox. I know you did.
Never.
I can
never.
see it.
No.
And you don't cut your hair?
He'll
Never.
tell us on one of those times that he wants to reveal secrets.
I know.
Not
Maybe the
right
next
now.
I swear,
Revelation show.
I swear on the life of my children, I've never
stop
done
it.
Botox.
That's enough for me then.
No,
I know how you are.
I'm not going to stop it. I'm telling you the truth. I swear on
You
the life
don't
of my
need to
children.
swear.
Well, because no one believes me. I've never done Botox.
You don't need it.
And I've never done.
You judge me for doing
years ago, I put my blue in my hair or something. Something weird.
You blew in
but
your
I don't. I blew a load of my hair, but I don't dye my hair. But you can see.
That's nice.
But you can see there is gray in my hair, but not a lot.
It's amazing.
You know, listen, I'll tell you the truth. I've eaten infants to stay young. All right? I've sucked the blood out of them. The bone marrow, everything. I eat every part of them. Nothing goes to waste.
You need a third world kid.
Yeah. Well, that's where I get them.
Malawian kid.
That's where I get them from.
Right.
I adopt them and then I eat them.
Right, of course.
And it keeps me young and feeling great.
Most importantly, I'm here to ask, are you 13, 14 months out of here, 15? I mean,
yeah.
Because... Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So you're breaking it right now with me? Cool.
No, there you go. There it is. Now they'll hire you back.
Yeah, call
That makes
extra.
me sad, dude.
No, I don't
makes
know.
me sad. I don't know.
know.
It bums me out.
You want to know something I don't know? I'll sit and I'll talk to the company and I'll say to them, do you have anything in mind for me? If it sounds reasonable, and then I would do it.
Okay.
But I would first meet with Robin, Fred Artie, possibly Benji, and discuss it. And even, sit down and see how everybody else feels.
Right.
I think that's the way to go.
It just would be a sad, sad, sad day. And I just want to take my...
Not for me, it wouldn't.
I know it wouldn't, but just for everybody who loves you, including myself. You made my career, man. Life would be...
That's not true. Did you come on Paris Hilton's face?
I did not. I'm too much a gentleman.
You are a gentleman.
On her back.
That's very nice. Take a few phone calls. By the way, the new album, the new Sugar Ray album is called Music for Cougars. It's in stores now. And for Sugar Ray tour dates, you go to sugarray.com. You'll have a great time if you go see the boys live.
Thank you, Howard.
They put on a great show.
We'll be in Nashville tonight and New Orleans tomorrow.
Where are you tonight?
Nashville. Wild Horse Saloon.
So you got to get on a plane and go to Nashville.
Yeah, but anything for you guys, please.
Doesn't freak you out to go fly that much?
No. Does it freak you out?
Who gets to be on the plane with you? You fly commercial or you
I'm flying bareback solo.
Solo?
Yeah.
You're not flying the plane.
Oh, no. Did you see that Bruce Dickinson Iron Maiden documentary where he flies Iron Maiden around?
Yeah,
it's the raddest thing you've ever seen. It's like,
so you will be in a private plane?
No. I'll be on transgender airlines or whatever it is.
You're going to be on transgender airlines?
Oh, no, whatever's flying out of LaGuardia.
Okay, good. Okay.
If you see a lot of flight attendants, transgender is appropriate.
When you're on the plane, do a lot of the chicks come up and start approaching you? It's going to be tough for you to get married.
No, yeah.
It is.
But Hart, I think you said you were never getting married, and you're married, bro.
I'm happy.
Look, I think that union thing's cool, and the hard part is going to be getting back to good because we fucked it up so early. We really destroyed the foundation.
Yeah, how can she trust you? How can you trust her?
Vice versa.
Right.
I'm not the big bad wolf in this thing, and the reason why I'm going through this because I'm not a hypocrite. We've got both our issues to work on.
How old is she? This chick?
She's 37.
37, and she's super hot.
She's really hot.
She's got to be
Panamanian,
hot.
Latin broad.
Really? Big boobs.
Good boobs, yeah. Perfect boobs to fit the body. That's the key.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, dude, she's my friend. I know that sounds lame. Your audience is like...
That's not lame. That's because
you bang anybody.
You can't be if you fuck Paris Hilton, and let's say she's the best lady you've ever met. If at the end of the fucking, you have to leave because you can't sort of deal with her.
Then what do you got?
You have nothing.
You got nothing. You got,
Yeah, that's just you getting your rocks off.
That's right. And you can do that by yourself.
If you find a girl that you could lay in bed with and talk with and have fun with and do some stuff with and it's reasonable.
But that sounds so stupid and lame, but that's the key, man.
Well, of course.
There's nothing more.
There's
nothing left.
There is no other secret.
You just hope you get to the point around the porch and she puts your teeth in. And when you're there, if you get to that point, you've made it.
You're absolutely right.
Or you could fuck the chick and then lean over and call one of your friends.
First of all, life is very simple. I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Life is very simple, and people
No, wait a minute. Don't you
this.
start, because you used to say life was simple and that it was another set of rules.
All right, I'm giving you a new set.
And you broke every one of them.
Robin, you're ruining my rap.
You set? These
She
are the
holds you
new
to that,
rules.
Howard.
These
Here's
are the
a new
new
rule.
rules.
She holds
I
you
have
to that
figured
forever.
it out. I figured it out.
Okay.
as much as we have been raised to think that we're that horny, you could just jerk off and be done with it. The fact of the matter is, when you have sex with a woman and then you want to be with her after the sex,
yes,
that's the secret.
But what about the divide and conquer caveman thing? Like the variety thing?
Well, you have to do that in order to find the one that you can't believe you actually want to stay there.
But that's why the self-satisfactoriness doesn't have... You need to conquer other thing. Me and my left hand, I'm bored of both these guys.
How many women have you conquered? 1 million?
No, not 1 million.
Close.
No.
Come on.
No.
What are we talking about?
How many chicks have you banged, Howard, would you say?
In my life?
Yeah, in your life.
I'm going to say... I'm not. I'd have to sit down with pencil and paper. And give
you have an idea.
What, do you need an abacus?
I'm going to say an abacus. Yes.
Is that a Genesis song?
Yeah. I wonder if there were anybody manufacturing abacuses anymore. With all the computers and everything. Somebody's in the abacus business.
Now, your number's skewed because you were married and faithful for 20 years.
Yeah,
but there's still a number, Artie.
No, I know.
I think it might be 50.
Yeah, that's pretty big for being married for 20 years.
Well, you
had maybe
on there in a year and a half.
Wait a minute. You had about 10 before you got a divorce. You banged 40 women in 6 months?
Yeah, you did. Damn, Will Chamberlain.
I'm going to say then I've gotten... Then I'm wrong. Because, again, I'm trying to ballpark this.
Right.
Maybe I've been with...
35?
35.
Yeah.
35.
That's a lot of broads, though, for being married.
It ain't Will Chamberlain numbers, but I'm proud of that.
Listen, Will Chamberlain didn't have Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Exactly.
Come on.
You know what? We were doing the math on Wilt Chamberlain the other day, and that would have been like 3 women a day.
3 women a day for like 20 years straight.
He had to have the flu every once in a while.
He had to have a day off.
He's certainly
Jeff
given
the
the flu.
Drunk is on the air. For
Jeff the
great
Drunk.
Mark McGrath, the star of Sugar Ray and the new album Music for Cougars. Jeff, go ahead, say hello and ask your question.
What's up, Mark?
What's up, Jeff? How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent, man.
I wanted to ask you about Paris Hilton.
Oh, God.
Did she give a good blowjob or what?
Not going to lie.
She
was
looks
good.
like-
Not going to lie, man.
I saw her videotape.
Knows what she's doing. Yeah, have you seen the video, man?
Yeah.
That was about the same era, too, when I got it.
I would have... I mean, it sounds like a kind of a sexy night. You meet her somewhere.
She brings out that man in you.
Yeah.
She's got a little feminine girl talk.
I think her body's rocking.
Her body's unbelievable.
He's right. I met her backstage at Letterman once, and I think I told you that she oozes sexuality. Yeah. She's like he says, feminine, and she smells rich and good. Like she's bathed in oils.
Yes.
I would
She's
love
never
to.
used zest in her
guys.
She's got 59 doctors for her vagina. You know what I mean?
But you want to know something? You make a good point in a way. It's like, a lot of guys will sit here because they don't have the opportunity to be with her. But when the truth be told, any guy would want to bang her.
Absolutely.
She's super hot.
Absolutely.
What do you think the fascination is? You know
but
what I'm saying?
going in, you're not going to be with her more than one time because...
See, Howard, you're romantic, which is so sweet about you. Like, I wouldn't even think about, where's this going to go, Paris?
No. I don't want to give you the wrong impression.
Fucking pancakes. Get the fuck out of here.
No. I don't want to give you the wrong impression. Sometimes I would just be like, I don't care where it goes. I have to have
Sure.
Right.
And that was kind of the vibe that evening. And like you said, Artie, I mean, she smells good. She looks good. She had a little voice, and it's just a rap, dude.
What was she wearing when you met her that night? Do you remember?
The short skirt thing with the deli section hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. No girls wear panties anymore.
She was okay with it. You know,
she had no panties.
Zero.
Under the skirt was no panties.
What are you going to do, Howard? I'm not in the panty rule. You know what I'm saying? I do what you got to do.
This was at a party.
Breathing freely.
Whose house are you at?
That I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
And she's there. How do you do remember?
I do remember.
You do.
Well, bro,
Whose house were you at?
Let one slide. No, I really don't remember. I'm kidding.
You were at a celebrity party.
No, I was not.
It was probably somebody cool.
No, it was not. It was not.
It was not.
No, it
you
was
were
not.
at a
I'd love
party.
to tell you it was not. Now, I was doing that to see if you'd keep me on a little longer.
Does she lock eyes with you immediately?
She doesn't really lock eyes. She knows what she wants. There's not a lot of courtship and a lot of
I mean, she comes over and goes, "Oh, Mark, hi."
Yeah, she's just cool, and you know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she wants you, you want her, and then you go right to the bathroom at the party.
I don't know if it was a bathroom. I'm
bedroom.
not beyond that. But,
a bedroom.
Yeah.
And when do you come to find out that there's no panties underneath the skirt?
Early. Pre-bathroom. I mean, pre-bedroom.
Pre-bedroom. First.
What, did she just show you that?
But how do you know that?
Let you know?
Because she was sitting in a chair?
Yeah, just you could see what she had on. You check. I'm looking at the property and the goods.
But you probably think there's a thong under there, right?
No, you could tell, dude, because she had this really tight skirt shit.
See-through?
Like a white, she was really bringing it back then. before she tried to, pre-jail, all that stuff.
She wasn't really well known at that point. Maybe she was trying hard.
She was starting to be like the socialite, like Page 6 kind of chick. She hadn't really gotten that reality show yet and all that. So.
Oh, before the reality show. Wow.
I'm telling you, it was a long time ago.
She was very young.
And she wasn't wearing panties back then.
She had to be 18 then.
No, she was more than that, dude.
19. I mean,
there's grass in the valley.
What year was this?
Well, I don't know.
You don't even know.
2002.
2002. She was 12. So you... I can't imagine. Boy, this is exciting to me.
It was exciting, Howard. I'd love to say, it was many times and all these great things. Sort of like, a sloppy.
But I don't understand something. But I don't mean to dwell. But
no, I'm trying to help you.
How do you know she's not wearing panties? By looking at the skirt, or is she bent over and she just makes it clear that there's no you can see
she wasn't making it clear. She wasn't like flaunting, but I could tell.
You can tell.
She had like a white skirt thing, and you can just tell
with the high heels.
Yeah, she knows how to dress, man. She knows, she knows she knows what she's doing. Yeah. She's a blonde bombshell, Marilyn Monroe type. She's our generation of that like sex bomb.
Yeah, she certainly is. And so so she makes it clear, and then you say, let's just find the bedroom. And the two disappear, and everyone at the party knows.
Yeah, but it's a little messy because I was getting drunk, so I don't have the play-by-play, Howard. I'd love to give it to you, the fingers and all. I just don't have it, you know what I mean?
But do you lift the skirt, the mini skirt?
It got lifted sometime, you know what I mean?
Took her from behind?
Did I take it from behind?
I don't
think so. I think it was just power missionary, bad, sweating, and then fell off.
Did you return the favor of the blowjob? Did you eat her out?
No, that I didn't do.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not against it. Not against it. I just didn't do it.
I mean, that's a gentlemanly thing to do.
It's a gentlemanly thing to do. It's a little reciprocity is always good in the bedroom, but I just didn't. It didn't occur to me.
And then after you're inside,
so gross.
And then after you're inside,
God, that's gross.
That's the
clit. Come on.
And then after you finish,
you never said these things.
What you're saying is after you finish, everyone's like, "Hey, cool, hanging out, blah blah blah," and then you leave the party and she leaves.
This was kind of like the end. It was evolving the evening. People had left. I think it was just like a couple of stragglers in this house.
Were you embarrassed when you walked out of the room? And this is like everyone knows what happened.
Howard, you got to understand, it was like
a drunken party.
No, people were gone. It was like 6 in the morning at this point. So, it was late. It was
wow.
Late. As you're wont to do out there.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, what's the conversation after it's over? And now you're.
Well, I've never been a big linguist or conversationalist, so no one's looking for anything from me either. So.
Do you hold hands on the way out? Like, is it sort of like this sort of fake couple thing?
What is it?
No, there was zero of that. I was saying, man, right? Later.
And like you turned your heads from each other, got dressed, and walked outside.
Then it's like, hey, later.
You heard beep beep, taxi.
Like, bye.
Yeah,
hey. She gets in her car, you get in your car, and you leave.
Yeah, well, I took a taxi because I had a few, but you know what I mean.
Right,
so it was.
That's a good message for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
safe sex, taxis, all that stuff. But yeah, dude, there was no big.
Was it like the Munsters mobile?
No.
You just peeled out.
There was no big Rapunzel moment.
Wait a minute. They're in somebody else's. Where did the condom come from? You have it in your.
He always
it was a house of condoms. Yeah.
Robin, I carry a gross with me.
Paris stores them in her cheeks.
Like a squirrel.
So that's that. I mean, I don't remember a lot of the evening.
You should have called me and told me about it.
I would have loved to, dude. But
do you high-five the guys on the way out, or are you just trying to play
again, Howard, like, I'd love to say there's this giant sort of, American Pie party happening after that happened. There was no one left.
And just psychologically, no desire on your part to call her again. Did you say to her, leave me your number so I can call you?
He did do something.
I did call her. She called me. And like, I know we kind of travel the same circle of friends. I know her. There's no weirdness.
And she never said, hey, I'd love to do that. I'd love to get together for dinner again and maybe see if there's something more.
Dinner.
Yeah, I don't think we already went past the dinner, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's a shame.
No reverse courtship. You know what I mean?
I want to go back again. You're single? Why not?
Look, it wasn't in the cards.
You did a pump and dump? I can't believe it.
All right.
She's lovely.
You know the term, Robin. Guys say that.
You know what's cool? She doesn't trip. You know what I mean? That's what's great. There's no tripping involved.
Hey, if she wants a trip, let's go. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's wild. Jeff, did you ask your question or did I cut you off? I think you did.
I wanted to ask one more question.
Okay.
What is it?
Does she charge much?
You're just jealous. You're sitting in a trailer jealous.
I love Jeff, man.
Yeah,
He's the greatest.
Listen to me. You've got it all going on, my friend.
Howard, thank you, bro. Seriously, you look at me. Thank you so much for having me through the years, man. You've been nothing but a stellar king to me, and I appreciate it.
I love having you here, and I love hearing about your life because, believe me, it's exciting. I wish you luck with this reality show. It could get a little weird.
We'll have to watch.
I'm going to need it, man. I'm scared. I'm literally scared because it's real life. It's really going to happen to me. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you got now? A tattoo on your chest or Joey's out?
Yeah, I got Spider Lockhart, New York Giants.
Yeah.
And somebody told me you got a tattoo.
Mr. Cartoon is a big fan of.
Wait a second. You got
Spider. Look at that.
Spider
Nice.
Lockhart. Oh,
Yeah.
Why do you have Spider Lockhart?
Because when I used to live in Connecticut. I was a big Redskins fan, okay?
Right.
And this is 1975.
Yes.
And I got all my Redskins gear on, and they're playing the Giants. And I hear tackle by number 43, Spider Lockhart from the New York Giants. And I went, Mom, there's a guy named Spider in the world? That's the coolest fucking thing I ever heard. So I threw all my Redskins gear, and I've been a Giants fan for 30 years. That's it.
I love the Giants, too, for
Good
some
for
reason.
you.
And then
I got all of my back, and, Mr. Cartoon from downtown LA does all my work, man. You can see, I got all this stuff. And
Are you running out of ideas of what to tattoo?
As long as there's a bar next to a tattoo parlor, no. You know what I'm saying?
You love getting tattooed.
It's fun. What the hell, you know? But how many do you have now, Howard?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Would you ever get? Are you done?
No, I would get more.
Okay.
I would go get some more.
He doesn't have anything the size of some of the things you have.
Well, I'm at the point now where I just like, there's.
Like I see things on TV like, Soupy Sales, and I liked him. I didn't get a Soupy Sales tattoo.
Well, why not? Well, I'm dumb enough. I got a Rolex
Mom,
tattoo.
there's somebody in the world named Soupy.
You see
No,
that Rolex tattoo?
that's the Rolex,
The Rolex
logo.
Yeah, my friend bet me $100 20 years ago I wouldn't get Rolex tattooed on me.
Yeah.
I go, sure. And I go, guess how much the tattoo cost? $100. So I didn't even get $100. I got this tattoo, and I thought it'd be the only Rolex I ever owned. So
That's crazy. You know
I'm not
that.
smart, Howard. I've been telling you that for years.
Isn't a tattoo supposed to mean something to you, or is it just you like the idea of having tattoos?
I think they can. A lot of mine do mean something to me. But like I said, some I've picked out, like Jack Daniels has picked out a few. Jim
Right.
Beam has. So they're
and you just go slap it on me.
yeah. And then I just happen to love the artwork this guy does, and I love the light gray shade. Sort of the
And what is that on your back? That's the back. That's Hollywood. That's the whole.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's my guardian angel protecting me over the shallow depths of Hollywood. You know what I mean?
You feel you're under attack?
Someone's been looking after me.
Why?
Somebody.
Why? I mean, I understand the Giants thing now, but why not put "I fuck Paris Hilton"? I mean, honestly, on a tattoo. Why not?
Let it mean something. Really,
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Why
that's
not? Why not? That's a
cool.
good one. Maybe right here in my Botox forehead.
All right, listen to me. There's more to you than meets the eye.
I love you, my brother.
I love you too, and it's great to have Mark McGrath here. And by the way, thank you for my royalty check. And,
You're welcome. There's more coming, man.
I'm thinking of writing you another song.
Please do. We're waiting. We haven't hit
obviously, it
since.
was successful. Sugar Ray's new album, Music for Cougars, is in stores now, and for Sugar Ray tour dates, you know where to go. SugarRay.com. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, my brother.
We'll be back right after these
Thanks.
words.
Yeah. Mark, how is it to be back on the show, man?
Just like home, man. You know what I mean? I knew the Paris thing would come up, and it did, and he got me for a while, which is always fun. And I tell you, just these guys, it's hard to emote to them what they mean to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen all day long and what they've done for me personally and my career. But it's just great to say thank you to them in there. It's I'm getting a little verklempt. You have no idea how much this show means to me and my band and the career. So just an honor to be here.
Now, whenever you come back, you always click with Howard. You pick up where you left off. What's the connection?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm such a huge fan of his ethic and who he is, his morality as a person. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. He makes me smile. He brings out my inner light. And I'm a dark motherfucker, man.
And there's a lot of sex talk today.
Yeah, there was. I'm gonna have a lot of fucking complaints. I'm gonna get it, man.
Yeah, are you?
Have to pay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. Because I've never really disclosed all that shit. You know what I mean? But this is the place to do it. I know it's sort of the Jerry O'Connell rule. You gotta let it fly. And I wasn't gonna be the guy to censor myself on Howard Stern. That's for sure.
All right, man. So you had a good time
I
today?
had the best time ever. I love you.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Here's what you have to look forward to on this episode of The Bonus Show.
Scott the engineer's new intern Pete earns a nickname.
Motherfuckers!
Benji opens up about his herpes.
There's good news and there's bad news.
Richard rocks out with his cock out.
You gotta look, Gary. That's a good one.
Miss Howard TV tries to read.
What do you think of Howard TV? We want to know.
And Jason gets all worked up over Lisa G.
Maybe they just need to get someone younger and more aggressive on the red carpet.
Hello, Stern fans, and welcome to The Bonus Show, a weekly update of all the great behind-the-scenes moments you can't see anywhere else. I'm John Hein.
And I'm Rachel Fine.
Hey, that rhymes.
It totally rhymes.
How good are we?
That's awesome.
Our first story tonight involves the new guy in the hallowed halls of the Stern studio, 34-year-old intern Pete McHeffy.
Now, Pete was brought on to assist Scott the engineer and is already making a name for himself. It has been confirmed through an appearance on air with Howard that Pete suffers from Tourette's and has a problem with the ladies. Apparently, he is looking to go from afflicted to the one who afflicts. Watch this.
After years of pranking, we've decided we're getting a little old. It's time to pass the torch down.
We have found a protege, the funniest of the funniest prankers ever in the history of pranking.
Prankster Pete!
What's up, motherfuckers?
You asshole, isn't it?
The fuck are you laughing at? Who told you to do that?
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Who the fuck told you to do that? Fucking old dipshit. They told you to do that. And you did it. You gotta fucking pick it up, man.
Get Rouchy up.
You might as well pack your bags now then, if you don't fucking pick it up.
Kick his ass, Pete!
He's getting Pete! I ain't fucking cleaning it up. I'll tell you that right now.
Ronnie, what do you think of Pete's little prank?
Dude, I was pissed. If I didn't piss, I would have pissed. If I didn't piss, I would have pissed in my pants. What the fuck's your problem, dude? You're on fucking fire today.
Exactly.
I mean, look at you. You can't stop.
You know, I don't know.
What's going on with you, man?
And that, my friends, is how a prankster is born. Good for you, Pete.
Yet another person on the staff to harass poor Ronnie.
You know what? If you have Tourette's, this is the right place to be. And we can't have enough people harassing poor Ronnie.
So true.
And speaking of harassing poor Ronnie,
He hit it!
All right, man?
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sick of you motherfuckers. Fucking sick.
well, Rachel, unfortunately, our next story is no laughing matter. Rumor has it that longtime Stern staffer Benji is carrying the herpes disease.
Benji wanted to set the record straight, so he invited our cameras to his doctor's office to reveal his herpes test results.
Not only am I negative, from what I know, I'm one of the few men in America that are negative for both.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay.
Well, I mean,
in a sense, isn't
it like something like 80% of the adult population?
Yeah, it's about 75 or so percent, over 70% of the adult population have, by the time you become an adult, you're positive.
So over 70%.
You can kiss a baby and give them HSV.
That's why I don't kiss babies.
Yeah, not kissing babies, probably a good practice across the board, Benj.
Yeah. Rockers AC/DC visited the show this week, and longtime fans, Richard and Sal, attempted to pay tribute to the heavy metalers with a serenade, only to be shooed out of the studio by Howard. Here's what you missed.
Gary, we're practicing for Name That Tune.
Okay.
We'll do a tribute.
Ready?
You ready? Guess Name That Tune. Just for AC/DC, ready?
Right,
Cock rock. You gotta look, Gary.
You gotta watch. Ready?
Go.
All right. Can we go play for AC/DC?
Wait, Rich, take off all your clothes. Take them all off. No?
Will.
You being passive? No.
Bring it back inside now. I carried it out.
Done.
Wow, I can't believe he taped that pic to his prick.
Yeah, well, I guess playing the drums with his penis would have been a bit obvious.
It would have been just as ugly, too.
And disgusting, yes.
You don't want to look at that.
I don't ever want to. No, it's gross.
Part of the requirements to be Miss Howard TV, along with looking good in a bikini, is the ability to read. This Miss Howard TV passed on the looks, but reading was a different story. See for yourself.
A frustrated Beetlejuice riffs with Howard about the rigors of staring or starring?
Starring.
A frustrated Beetlejuice riffs with Howard about the rigors of starring. A frustrated Beetlejuice riffs with Howard about the rigors of starring. And finally, we have Tracy and Anne evaluated. Howard in a diverse or diverse?
Diverse, either or, yeah, whatever you're
Diverse?
Either diverse or diverse.
Diverse. So Howard and a diverse or
Right.
diverse. What do you think of Howard TV? We want to know. Tell me all your dirty little ideas.
Okay, just one more time and just say you're saying ideas.
Ideas?
Yeah. Ideas.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Ideas? Ideas?
Ideas.
Ideas?
Yeah.
Ideas.
Wow, she had lots of ideas for making that segment work.
That was really embarrassing for women everywhere.
It was embarrassing for men everywhere, Rachel.
Yeah, it was frightening. Now, Ronnie is known for many things, like being short, old, and, of course, most famously, losing his temper. Here he is on the wrap-up show, being all three.
Ronnie, before you were here, we were talking about your reaction as compared to Benji's reaction this morning. And the way you reacted to, I guess, were you upset by being the shortest member on staff, or was it what Sal was doing to you?
What are you talking about, the shortest member on staff?
I'm talking about what happened on the show.
Fucking Shuley's shorter than me. Didn't you hear? Was your hearing?
I did, but I thought you were taking off your shoes. Shuley was taking off his shoes.
And he was shorter than me, okay?
You can always count on a very calm Ronnie whenever he's on the wrap-up show. Continuing on the old theme, Jason had some sobering moments on the wrap-up show about Lisa G's lack of youth.
Lisa, maybe the industry has just passed you by. Like, it sounds like you can't keep up with the new media. Maybe they just need to get someone younger and more aggressive on the red carpet.
Where are you guys
Well,
coming
it sounds
from?
like you're not
being so insulting. This isn't about me. It's about Howard and getting.
It has nothing to do with Howard.
Yes, it does. It's
sounds
his
like
news department.
You are no longer aggressive enough to fight your way to the front of the red carpet.
Jason,
I'm serious.
First of all, you wouldn't fit on the red carpet because you're so fat. You would take up 5 spaces.
Jason needs to cut her some slack. She's trying to maneuver through a crowd with those 30 Ds.
Rachel, clearly you don't work here every day with Lisa G.
Okay, good point.
Consider yourself lucky.
Got it.
Okay, wrapping up the wrap-up show clips this week is a lovely exchange between the ornery Ralph Sorella and a man who knows how to host the wrap-up show better than me, comedian Greg Fitzsimmons.
Now, word has it that Ralph has been harboring ill will toward Greg for a number of years. In this clip, Fitzsimmons tries to get to the root of Ralph's hatred toward him.
The last 3 or 4 times I've been on the show, you've called in and been really hostile to me, and I'm wondering if there's something underneath it. Honestly.
No,
honestly.
I mean,
don't fucking hide from it because there's something going on. You don't normally talk to me like this, and every time you call in, you got a big fucking problem with me, and I don't know what it is.
I think in general you come off bad on the air, you come off whiny, and you come off like an asshole, and that's what I said last time.
Yeah.
When we were talking about all this stuff, and I just said, well, maybe you're just an asshole. I mean, with all this trouble you have, you're getting in fights on the street over because somebody waved at you the wrong way or something. And you were just talking about this autograph thing, and I think you're way off. You're insulting this caller who is a subscriber who pays money, and you're putting that woman down. I just think you're being an asshole.
So you're the police of decorum on the Sirius network.
I'm the
Howard really
judge.
shouldn't. We shouldn't. Let's not respect Howard and Baba Booey's decisions on who should be on the show. Let's listen to the fucking dresser, the Ramon clone, who calls in because he sits naked in his fucking bed all day with nothing to do.
John, you know what really bothers me about you? You constantly side stare at my boobs, and you think I don't know it.
Well, from all of us here at The Bonus Show, thank you for joining us.
Be sure to tune in next week for more Stern Show gems you can't see anywhere else. For John Hein, I'm Rachel Fine. Good night.
Good night. Maybe I wouldn't side stare if you didn't wear such revealing stuff.
Enough with the wardrobe, John. Okay, one free look. Go.
One free look?
One. Go. This is it. You get one and we're done.
I'm a pro, Rachel. I don't need that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Great.
People say what it's like working next to Benji, and I say, you know what? He's my friend. Till the end. I don't care if he's late. I don't care if he can't get a date. And I don't care if next to Giuliani he wanted to masturbate. Because he's my friend. I like Benji. It's not popular around here, but I like Benji. He's my friend till the end. And I work next to him and a guy named Fred. And people say, what's it like? And I say, I love it. Because Benji looks like a fat version of John Lovitz.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Here's a taste of what you have to look forward to.
On this episode of The Bonus Show, Ronnie gets busted for snooping around Howard's office.
Why in his office, man?
Looking for a newspaper.
Along with being girlfriendless, JD is also a slob.
I gotta fucking clean it up.
Gary checks the mailbox.
That's actually an excellent question.
And Colin Quinn discloses some fruity information.
I saw West Side Story last year. I'm not ashamed to say it was amazing.
Hello, Stern fans, and welcome to The Bonus Show, a weekly update of all the great behind-the-scenes moments you can't see anywhere else. I'm John Hein.
And I'm Rachel Fine. Now, some people aren't smooth with the ladies. Others have no social skills, and some are just messy slobs. No, I'm not talking about Johnny Hein. I'm talking about this guy.
JD has got all kinds of fast food wrappers and stuff in the garbage pail. That's got to attract bugs, and now the ants are coming in because of JD, I think. That's my theory.
This is what I had for dinner last night. It's an empty soda and McDonald's. But you know what? Maybe I'll just go. Should I just throw it out in the kitchen trash can?
Yeah, like he was.
You could open the door, asshole. So, JD.
Yes. Does it typically smell in your room?
Huh?
Does it typically smell from all the fast food stuff?
I don't think so.
Garbage?
No.
Have you noticed any bugs in the area?
Not like a lot, no. Does it look like a bug could live in here? I gotta fucking clean it up. Damn it.
Way back when, before Seth MacFarlane was Seth MacFarlane, he was being pitched to be a guest on the show.
That's right. And some of the staffers loved him so much that they would have done anything for Howard to have him on the show. Anything.
The Howard Stern Show Creative Meeting.
We've been pitched this guy a bunch of times, the guy that created Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane.
Right.
That religious group that went after you went after him like 2 weeks ago, and his statement was, suck my dick, back to them. That was his press release to them.
I'll suck his cock.
I think that's like the 10th time that Richard's offered to suck a dick. I'm just saying.
Well, 11 if you count the time you wanted my ice cream.
Super. That image will haunt me. But not as much as Gary's pitch haunts him.
It's a letter from the mailbag. John from New York says, did you stay and watch the whole game after you threw your pitch? That's actually an excellent question. I did stay and watch the whole game. I made the pitch before the game. I knew it was bad. I went up to the suite, thought, okay, I embarrassed myself in front of the whole stadium, but who else will know besides that? Then around the 4th or 5th inning, I was interviewed by one of the guys in the Mets, and they showed it during the Mets game, and I still thought to myself, well, how bad could it be? Stayed for the whole Mets game, went home, still didn't realize how bad it would be till about 6:15 that night. I got a text on my phone from my buddy Booker, who said, oh my God, turn into Channel 2, they're showing your pitch. And that was really the first time I started to understand that it was bigger than that. So I stayed for the whole game and actually managed to, on some odd level, enjoy it.
It's always the people closest to you that you can trust the least.
That's right, John. For instance, the person who's supposed to protect you might be the guy who reeks of mambo and snoops around your office while you are on air.
I'm in his office for a reason.
Steve Langford's trying to get out of the bit, too.
Don't worry about it.
Why in his office, man?
Looking for a newspaper.
He was in Howard's office.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God.
You allowed to be in there?
Yeah, I'm allowed to be in there. Yeah.
JD?
JD's not. What do you mean, no? Tell me what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do.
I'm just looking out for Howard's best interest. You know, someone in there, and he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, God knows what Ronnie's doing in there.
If I'm not allowed in there, then who's allowed in there?
You know what kind of creepy things he could be doing in there?
A lot.
You're telling me.
Hey, John, do you think flexible strippers are sexy?
Well, I'm married, Rach, so unless that flexible stripper is my wife, I have no comment.
You might have been better to just say nothing there, John. This next segment is aptly named Blast from the Past. That'll make sense in a second.
The Howard Stern Show's Blast from the Past.
Okay, what I was saying, I do some wild push-ups with my legs behind my head, and I can fart each time I do a push-up. I'll show you in the green room.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Howard will love it. Okay. You want to see it real quick?
Sure, why not?
Okay, check this out. Let me load up first.
Okay.
She's working. Okay.
Okay. Oh dear.
Just about dead in this country because think about it. Yeah, you can talk about power.
Whoa.
But that's.
I see. I
you
see.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I thought of that last night, so I got to bring that up too because farts do have control. You know what I mean?
So you think you could do that over, like if this guy was laying down, you could do it over his head?
Yeah.
All aboard!
Dare I ask, all aboard what?
All aboard the wrap-up train. Next stop, wrap-up show. All aboard!
Here is yet another clip of Angry Ronnie.
Woo-hoo!
Uh-oh, Ronnie's here. Dude, you're an asshole. That's all I got to say. I got no time for you. But you're a moron because you won't even tell anybody what you do for a living. You're still a fucking asshole.
You know what's so funny about you last week?
He's gone.
You kept calling, you know what's so funny about you, and this is really good.
He left.
When you were calling...
He's gone.
Kenny walked out. Kenny, he's not listening. He walked out. Colin Quinn stopped by and proved that he's so secure in his masculinity that he can speak freely about his love of musical theater.
Howard loves music. If Howard I saw West Side Story last year. I'm not ashamed to say it was amazing.
What made it so amazing?
I'm not going to say it. If I was going to, the dancing.
Can I tell you something about that movie, by the way?
But I swear to God, you should see it.
What do you mean?
I mean, I got to see Promises at the matinee. No, the dancing's like amazing. Like these guys are like, they look like gangsters because they're all like ripped now. You know, like nowadays, in the old days, nobody worked out when the movie came out. But they're just like jumping up and like, you know, it's like throwing kicks. It's really cool.
So you're admiring the guys' bodies as they dance?
The gentlemen were really well defined.
And wrapping up the wrap-up show is a cute professional wrestling memory from Richard Christie's youth.
How big of a wrestling fan were you?
Oh, in the 80s, I was a huge fan. I used to go see it in Pittsburgh, Kansas. They'd have WWF, and I even pissed off Virgil, Ted DiBiase's bodyguard when I was a little kid.
How did you get under Virgil's skin?
Well, I used to go down with all the little kids would line up where the wrestlers walk in so you could pat the wrestlers on the shoulder. And I used to never trim my fingernails when I was a little kid. Like, they were huge.
Like you trim them now.
I'm
filthy.
Well, now I get manicures and pedicures, but that's another story. But so I went down and I tried to pat Virgil on the shoulder, and I accidentally cut him with my fingernail. Oh. And he stops on his way to the ring, points in my face. He goes, "You little fucking piece of shit, I had to beat your ass." And I was so shocked, and I was frightened as hell. And then he just walked away, and then every little kid gathered around me and started patting me on the back. They were like, "That was the greatest thing ever. You pissed off Virgil."
My takeaway from that is sheer befuddlement. Richard rarely showers, but he gets mani-pedis regularly. It's interesting.
And my takeaway is the fact that there was a wrestler named Virgin. That's cool.
His name is Virgil, John.
Then that's not as cool, and I have no takeaway.
Hopefully the viewers will have some takeaways from this episode. For John Hine, I'm Rachel Fine. See ya.
Virgil isn't that tough of a name. It's like Francis.
It's like a Greek god, like a Virgil. He's a tough guy.
No.
You know what? Say it to the wrestler's face. How about that?
Virgil?
He's calling you out, Virgil.
No, I'm not.
He called you out.
I'm not.
You've been called.
Take on Bob Backlund, though.
I don't know who that is.
Superstar Ken Patera.
Virgil?
Chief Jay Strongbow?
Can you deal with him, please?
He's the only person alive that still eats Fig Newtons.
Good line there, buddy. Now, if you just delivered like that on your date...
Wow. That was a fight card. Damn. Fucking stud Mc... Well, whatever.
Yes!
Fuck you, Steve.
I love you, dude.
Don't worry about the camera.
All right, Chris, the order done.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I know what you're saying. Is there anything exciting happening this morning in terms of an announcer? Well, listen to this. Listen to your announcer.
I'm George Takei.
See?
And during this time of crisis, I'm reminded of the Japanese phrase gaman, which means to endure with fortitude and dignity. And to that I add hitonomi en, which means I proudly swallow. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
And he does. Thank you, George.
Wow. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you all. My first visit with you all this year, the year 2011.
Is that right?
It is. This is the first time. It's been 4 months since I last saw you all.
You know, it's just been too long, my friend.
Much
I've missed
too long.
him, yes. I was wondering when you were going to get back in here.
Live long and prosper.
I am living long and prospering and getting up every morning at 4 a.m. for you all.
Doing any... by the way, George turned 70...
Not yet.
When are you turning?
On April the 20th, I turned 74.
Unbelievable. Wow. You're in great shape. I saw you this morning in the hallway, and I said, man, this guy looks healthy and fit. I mean, you look good.
Well, I believe in the law of nature, and, I'm a law-abiding guy. I just go by what
But it does make you angry that you take such incredible care of yourself. I mean...
What is it? Why would it make him angry?
It's not
because
incredible.
His partner, Brad, is not thin.
Oh, that part. Well, I try to restrain myself because I was scolded by you last year.
No, but between us, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
When one person works so hard on their physique, I mean, you do. I mean, it ain't easy staying thin. I'm sure you watch what you eat. I'm sure you work out. And you do all of that.
I do all that.
You can.
Does Brad just lie around? Does he not try?
Well, he used to be fantastic looking. I mean, he was an outstanding marathoner.
Uh-huh.
But now when I'm doing my exercises in the morning, at least he walks with me in the morning.
He will walk.
He will walk. But he just is there at his computer while I'm doing my sit-ups and push-ups.
Doesn't that irritate you? I mean, you're doing sit-ups and push-ups, and he's like just sitting there at the computer. And you know something? I'm going to tell you. Beth and I work out together. We go for runs and stuff like that.
That's fantastic. I really admire that.
And I like that because, like she even says, I would have a hard time, she says, with you if you didn't take care of yourself, and I think vice versa. As much as I want to say it shouldn't be a big deal, but it is. I mean, you do want someone to be reasonably fit, right?
Exactly. And it isn't really that hard. It becomes part of your daily routine,
well,
like
what
brushing
happened?
your teeth.
Brad was a marathoner.
Yep.
And what happened? He one day just quit?
He used to be a journalist, economics journalist, and that was a high-pressure job. And he smoked back then, too.
Oh.
And, so he had all his bad habits from the journalistic world. And it eventually caught up with him. He became my manager, and he didn't have to have those pressures.
So when you guys are naked and you see him, he's pudgy, and you want to see him ripped.
Exactly.
At least thin.
I use a lot of imagination when I went.
Do you turn off the lights? Do you put the lights down low?
No, because I'm a visual as well as tactile guy.
Yeah, but do you ever go like, you know what, okay, Brad's a heavy guy, so what I'll do is I'll turn the lights down low, or maybe what I could do is just stare at a certain part of him so that I don't see how fat he is.
Well, I try to, we wrestle, as you know.
Right.
Yes.
And I search for the musculature. Did I say it right? Musculature?
Yeah.
When you say you search for the musculature, what does that involve? In other words, what do you do? I mean, what do you mean you search?
Squeezing him real tight.
To feel the muscles, to get through the fat to the muscle?
Right.
Oh, dear.
Poor you.
Musculature. No, that's a good exercise.
How long did he stay good for? After, like, you were in a committed relationship with him?
We were together for about, it's gradual, but I noticed it's getting a little bit pudgier after about 10 years.
After 10 years. That's usually, that's when it happens.
And how long have they been together now?
Oh. We've been together. We're 24 years now. Next year will be our silver anniversary.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, would you I know at this point in your life, I guess you couldn't imagine, but do you think you'd ever leave Brad because he's so out of shape?
No.
Do you think you're ever tempted to cheat?
I've been tempted many times.
Right.
But, when you really love someone, you think of hurting him.
Yeah, and don't you think that, like, I bet you when you go to, like, a Star Trek convention or something, and there's just some, good-looking gay dude there, I bet you, like, in a way, they would love to get you in bed because, you're the prize over at those Star Trek conventions. Is that where you mostly get?
Trophy star.
Is that where you get, is that where you get proposition mostly on those cruises?
No, not just there. There are
and these guys
innuendos handed to me
and these guys are
bars.
Young. And these guys are young.
They're young.
Yeah.
What is the line? What do they say?
Hi, sugar tits. Oh, sugar tits. You are mine. You know what it is, though? I mean, they see you. You're an older guy. You're successful. They're looking for a sugar daddy. And you're in good shape.
Well, that's always in the back of my mind, the sugar daddy part.
Well, like I always say, there's nothing sadder than an old queen.
Exactly.
But, you don't play that part of old queen. I mean, you're spry, you know what I mean? These guys could get into it.
But I want to know, like, what are the innuendos? What is the little thing they drop?
A load.
Tactile little things,
Like they touch you.
Yes.
Ah.
And, the juices start happening.
A lingering hand.
The electricity flows. What are you doing in these bars alone anyway?
No, we're together there.
Right.
But, some of these guys are pretty...
forward.
Cheeky.
And they'll do it right in front of Brad.
No, not right in front.
He waits till he...
We're not like attached at the navels.
I see.
We roam around, and it's when
nobody respects. No one respects your marriage. It's terrible.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
We defend. They call it in defense of marriage. That law.
Yes.
Well, we defend our marriage, and those people that are so-called married, they need to start defending theirs and not poking their nose.
Never mind
into
that.
others.
Do you constantly say to the guys in the bar and stuff when they hit on you? Do you say like, are you constantly saying, I can't, I'm married? Like, do you find yourself saying that?
It's not constant. You're creating an image where I'm being constantly promised.
He's barraged.
But when it has happened, do you just say, look, I'm married and I can't mess around with you?
I show them my Navajo ring.
Right. Look at my
Navajo. Brad's from Arizona, so that's why we got this Navajo artisan to design our ring.
Right.
Are they ever so bold as like to follow you to the men's room or anything?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Squeeze that big penis. Wow. Well.
You do have to defend your marriage.
Let me tell you all, I am now working on a Nickelodeon show.
Yes.
It's called Super Ninjas. It's aimed at teenage males.
Oh, boy.
Perfect.
A whole new generation of fans.
Right.
And so this discussion we just had is all... Oh, well, we're on Sirius, aren't we?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, that's the point. I mean, that's what's so beautiful about Sirius.
Isn't it wonderful?
You can have an X-rated conversation and know that these young boys, these impressionable boys, aren't listening to it. I mean, the parents have control over
That's
who can,
right.
It's a pay service.
But ninjas are everywhere.
Yeah. So how's that going? How's the career going?
It's. I'm having a lot of fun.
You do any Star Trek cruises recently?
No, because I've been working on this series since January.
How's the bed bug situation? Did you straighten it out?
Well, we arrived last night, and we slept in that bed, and I think the beagle did its job.
Yeah, good.
I'm not scratching at all.
Excellent.
No bites.
Thank God.
So you've had to check that again by the dogs and everything?
No. Not. We haven't had it checked out. I just am not scratching.
Good. Okay, so that's good. Maybe you killed off all your bed bugs. Also, a lot of people, I was kind of following this when Gilbert Gottfried made his comments about Japan. I know on Twitter you followed... Are you actually tweeting yourself, or is someone helping you with it? I mean, I know they're your thoughts, but do you actually physically take the phone and start to tweet?
No. I stockpile a lot of them. The timely, topical ones I do immediately.
I have a feeling, now this is just my feeling from reading you, I think Brad is doing some of the tweeting.
Well, no, the content I put together.
Right. Some of it doesn't feel, if I can be honest.
Yes.
Some of it doesn't feel like it's your words. It feels more like Brad's words. Am I getting warm on
Yes,
this?
yes, you are.
Okay.
You are.
That's what I thought. Some of it is not George Takei.
No, 99%.
I knew it. I fucking
write.
knew it.
What is Brad write?
Because when you read George's tweets, I can't even give you an example because I don't sit and memorize these tweets. But sometimes I just know it's not George.
Okay.
I just
What
know.
is it that you smell?
I smell Brad and his balls. I mean, I smell Brad, and I knew
You have good nostrils, I must say.
I wasn't the only one to point this out. Other people
really?
have said to me, "We think some of these comments are Brad's comments, not George's." But I mean, because we know you. We know you from being on the show now, and we can smell out a rat, so to speak.
No, he's a mouse.
I heard I was getting yelled at on Twitter. I didn't tweet all weekend. I kind of forgot about it, honestly. I just was busy and not doing my thing. But I'll tell you, I don't know if you get this, George, but then when I go on there, I say, okay, well, since I haven't been on in a while, I'll tweet 5 or 6 or 7 things.
Yeah, right.
And I get yelled at for tweeting too much.
Oh, no, I got yelled at yesterday, yeah.
Stockpile them and dole them out in little dribs and drabs so that there's some consistency.
Yeah, but I actually just go on and
spontaneously.
I'll answer the fans' questions and things like that because I think it's kind of fun. But as soon as I do 7 in a row or 6 in a row, I begin to get yelled at.
Don't do them all in a row.
I see. Why is that?
Well, that way you cover more span of time.
But people want. I don't understand.
But it's also immediate and it's a conversation that way.
Yeah, there are topical ones that you have to do immediately. Like when the calamities, series of calamities happened in Japan. You want to keep on top of that.
So were you mad at Gilbert for all his Japanese they seemed
we all know Gilbert, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a shtick, and that's Gilbert.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought it was ludicrous that he got fired from his job with Affleck, considering the fact that when they hired him, he's been doing all that shit all along.
But you know what? Affleck, a good percentage of Affleck
75% of their business is in Japan. But so, I mean, they hired this guy knowing he's a lunatic and that he does really filthy material. I mean, ridiculous. He uses the N-word. With the Jews.
He's always offensive.
That's his shtick.
Right. So, and all of a sudden to say, well, over the Japanese tsunami and earthquake, we'll fire this
one
guy.
thing. I keep hearing tsunami, but do you see it printed? There's a T in front.
Tsunami.
It drives me up the wall.
You
every
want
time
us to
I
say
hear it.
tsunami?
Well, that's the word.
Now, let's hear you
and
say it.
there are some journalists that are saying tsunami.
Yeah.
Tsunami. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Let me hear you say it. Say it again.
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Yeah, there's a T
Tsunami.
there. And I keep hearing,
Is that the
journalists
tragedy for you that people are not saying tsunami?
Well, that's a minor one, but it
sure.
drives me up the wall when I hear tsunami.
Hey, by the way, I do want to wish Richard Christie a happy birthday. It was his birthday on Friday.
Oh,
happy birthday.
I heard, were you invited to Richard Christie's wedding?
We have been.
Are you going?
We are going to be able to because we're doing a workshop of allegiance at exactly that time. So it worked out wonderfully.
Someone told me Richard was going to ask you to marry him.
Oh,
did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
To officiate?
That was the buzz that I heard around here.
I have not heard that buzz.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
No.
I'd be happy to if...
You're not ordained, right? You'd have to go out
I'm a Buddhist. If he wants a Buddhist ceremony.
Richard, why do you have to bother George with... I notice a lot of people...
I hadn't heard this.
I got to tell you something. A lot of people around here bother the guests. Like, I heard a rumor that George was nudged by Steve Langford that his daughter is going to interview George for a school project.
Oh, she did.
Well, I love Steve. Don't get me wrong, but around here, can we just leave the fucking guests alone? I mean, honestly, George isn't going to be able to say no because he thinks it's going to affect his relationship with me.
But it's I don't feel like I'm a guest. I feel like I'm a member of the family.
Well, you are a guest. I hate to tell you, you're not a member of the family.
I'm shattered. Absolutely shattered.
You can't be a member of the family.
No, but I mean,
I feel so isolated now.
No, I just don't want the guests being nudged. I mean, I think it's really sweet that Steve Langford's daughter has a school project. But you want to know something? George isn't here for that, and he's not going to say no because Steve spent a week with George going back to his old haunts and doing a whole special with him.
Right.
So George feels
Not
like...
my old haunts.
Well,
we were imprisoned there.
Well, that's a haunt. That's haunting. Yeah, they went. They did a whole Japanese internment special and all of that.
No, they're not Japanese internment camps. They're U.S. internment camps for Japanese Americans.
Well, you know what I'm trying to get
at. When you say Japanese internment camp, you'd think the nation of Japan.
George, what I'm trying to say is, Steve did this whole special with you and spent a week with you.
Yes.
And what happens is on what fucking basis would Steve Langford bother this man?
Well, many
you
journalists
know something?
asked me to do that.
I don't care. The guys who work for me should not.
No, he's not talking about you doing the special.
I'm talking about the daughter bothering me.
Oh.
Listen, you're a sweet man.
I do that for a lot of people.
No, I know you do, but you don't have to do that here.
Right,
and I don't want you bothered and asked. Listen, I've got 3 daughters. I don't ask George Takei or any guest to sit there and do an interview with my daughters. My daughters are grown women now.
But they went to school and they had projects.
I would feel as if I was putting someone out. Sometimes I think just having George get up and doing our show is putting him out. So I would not ever think about doing this to this human being. And I don't know why people... Like, Steve doesn't know...
They have gone out to dinner, from what I understand.
I don't care.
So you don't consider that now their personal relationship?
Listen, the only reason Steve knows George Takei is because of our show. And asking George to sit down with your daughter for a school project, you know what? Let his daughter go out and find somebody of interest in the community. She doesn't need to be a superstar and interview a guy from Star Trek. Now, give me a fucking break. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the reason that George is giggling is because he agrees. And he's too kind to say
Richard? Richard and George also socialize.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, this was going to be something we were going to ask George over dinner, but Will, I guess, spilled the beans about it.
That's right.
But
really?
there's zero pressure. If we would be honored.
There's zero pressure for you. For him, there's pressure because he has to sit there and go,
Well, I feel comfortable with Richard to say I won't be able to do it because I'm here for a workshop and I'll be working on that all during, the 2 weeks prior.
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
Okay,
that's totally fine.
He shouldn't have to answer you. Do you understand?
Why did you want George to do the wedding
Just because
because it's fun.
Well, yeah, it's fun, and he's got a great voice, and we're very good friends with him.
I know. It's all fun and games. Get a friend of yours.
You had somebody fun at your wedding, Mark Consuelos.
And that's what's going on here. Mark Consuelos married us, and I know you want the same thing. But listen, calm down. The reason you know this man is because of the show. Okay?
But
don't sit there and go in your hillbilly way. Howard Deedy. Now I can do it.
But I owe a little bit
get that conehead in Cambria to marry you. Your favorite
conehead
or whatever his fucking name is. What is it? Conehead in
Coheed in Cambria.
Coheed in Cambria. Get them to marry you.
Yeah. Maybe we will.
Yeah.
But I. In sort of a way, George is here because of me, too. I remember I pitched him at a meeting.
And you're only here because I'm insane, okay? So just remember that.
And thank you for having me.
All right, now get out of here and leave everyone alone.
Okay.
All right, good. And go back and make phony phone calls. I haven't seen any new ones in a while. I want to see 3 a day.
We got a brand new one that you loved that you only played once.
It's true.
Yeah.
But that was last week.
And we got a new one we're editing for this week, too. Should have it by tomorrow.
Quickly go at it. You're wasting time. He's busy plotting that wedding ad.
Oh, I didn't know that there was such a plot about to be hatched.
Well, I heard that you're getting hit. You see what I mean? Richard asked for the wedding. Steve Langford's daughter. I mean, Steve is a nut to think that that this is an appropriate request.
When did he ask? Did he ask?
Where is he? Is he here?
Quite some time ago.
Where is Steve Langford? I want to yell at him.
Was it during the special or?
No. It was about. I think he talked to Brad about a month ago.
Sometimes it's really great to let your kid go find someone on their own. That's sort of the project. Daddy doesn't have to step in and prove what a big superstar he is, delivering the guy from Star Trek. It's fucking annoying.
So he actually called Brad and made the request.
Right.
Wow.
It was scheduled.
Hello, this is Steve Langford from Howard 100 News. Brad, I know this is a terrible imposition, but, my son, my daughter...
I was happy to... I get a lot of those
you're
requests
happy.
from
I get
friends.
it. I get it. And you know what? They should leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, well...
You know what? My email is filled with requests for everything from all my friends, my so-called friends.
Right. And you don't honor them.
A lot of them I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even respond. I can't respond to all
I get
the
a lot of
requests.
those, from total strangers over the internet.
And unfortunately, you've met the people here.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. I know because of my relationship, suddenly George is on the phone with Steve Langford's daughter. And don't think I don't know that. And I don't know why more people around here don't know that. It's just inappropriate. But what can I tell you? Steve's not here?
I'm a nice guy,
Yeah, you're too nice, and I am too.
What?
Oh, he's on his way down. I know I'm going to get worked up. Keep me calm, Robin.
All right.
And you know how to do. And you know how to do it.
I think George
I
would be really good at keeping you calm.
Better you keep me calm.
Actually, I'd like to touch.
I am tactile.
You know how you were telling me how you banged women and also men, and it's like I was reading the New York Times yesterday. There was an interview with a woman who she was with a woman a long-term relationship, 2 women. All of a sudden they break up. She decided to date guys, and now she's married to a man after a 15-year relationship with a woman. There's truly I used to think there's no such thing as bisexuality. Now I'm starting to think there is.
I think there is. I mean, the human animal has a lot of senses. And
do you consider yourself bisexual?
I was, but now
You're gay.
I think I'm monosexual.
Yeah.
Just one sex. Brad.
You're Brad sexual.
Yeah. We've shared so much in common. We've been together for 24 years, and that I value that.
Right.
It's something that's very precious to me.
But the thought of screwing a woman right now is kind of nauseating.
Or any other person.
Yeah. Where is my...
This, I think, is in and of itself a news story.
Yeah.
Langford will not come back.
Why?
You're kidding.
He refuses to come back.
Why?
He says this topic is off limits.
Why? Why is it off limits?
I think because it involves his kids. He said, your kids are off limits.
Wait a second. I'm not talking
child.
about his kid. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him arranging for an interview with a guest of mine.
I was surprised. He gave me the hand. I'm like, Steve, you of all people? And he goes,
Steve
this is
knows.
different.
Steve, this is not different. This is not talking about his daughter. I'm not talking about his daughter. I'm
You're
talking about
him making the request.
Right.
But I just went directly. He's sitting in his chair, and he's not coming in.
Interesting.
He's got to come in eventually. Because he's got to do the news.
Yeah, send him in for headlines.
And George is here all week, so even if he's not coming in
You see,
today.
that logic, hiding behind the fact that he did it for his daughter and then saying, I'm not going to talk about my daughter, where I'm not talking about his daughter, is ludicrous. He's hiding because he doesn't want to hear my opinion on this. If he wants to be mature about it.
He did say point well taken. That's what he told me.
Oh, he did. Okay, so he gets it.
I think.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to hear him say point well taken?
Yes.
Yes.
He can't come in and do that.
Point well taken. He should not be bothering. I don't care.
I feel
substitute the
awkward.
word daughter for wife or whatever. I don't care who it is. Cousin,
neighbor.
Here I am in the middle
friend.
of all this, and it was a pleasure. I mean, he's got a charming little girl.
All right, you can. Okay, you're missing the point too.
No, I got it.
I'm not
got
sure
it.
you're all there.
I'm just trying to defend.
It's two people who aren't all there.
I think it's really funny that Steve Langford won't talk about this.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody has said to him, Steve, I don't want to talk about something, we have to do the news.
This is a news
We
story.
have to do the news.
Howard, you should glare at him like he does to us when he.
Right? Yeah, you just stare at him. He's so right.
Howard, he'll be in a half an hour to do the news.
Did you? I know, and that's what I'll ask him about. I will confront him.
Don't ask, just glare.
Glare.
I'm sure you heard Howard's comments
Yes,
just now.
absolutely.
Where do you stand? What's your defense in
Well,
this?
as I said to Gary just a moment ago, point well taken. Fine. Done deal. However, discussing people's daughters, young daughters, on the air, I don't think so.
But I don't think the issue is more so about your daughter or young daughter. As
Well,
it is.
that's what got raised. and
Well, I think it's the
that's not
subject of asking George
What's
a
good
favor.
for the goose is good for the gander.
But it's just the concept of asking George a favor. I think Howard was more
Absolutely.
pointing to.
Point well taken.
Do you think so? You think he's right? You think that
No, I don't
perhaps
think he's right, but if that's the way he wants to do it, that's fine.
But why not come back and discuss that subject, not so much?
Because there's a hypocrisy here about certain things that are off limits.
So are you saying certain things are off limits for Howard, but
Yes,
now that the tables have turned and it's your turn to go in?
Yeah.
So you basically more so have a problem with Howard would be unwilling to discuss something like this.
We would never, in a million years, raise those kind of subjects.
So are you worried that this might hurt your credibility this week? Do you think you might have a tough time with interviews, that people are going to now say, Steve, no, I won't talk, you didn't talk?
If you want to talk about somebody's young kids, we certainly don't cover that.
Okay, sir. I see you are unwavering on your stance.
No, listen, that's the way he wants to do it. It's fine. I understand. Absolutely.
But the same rules apply to you as well. Level playing field. It's the American way. Richard, is it frustrating or disappointing to you when Howard criticizes you using the show, so to speak?
No, I'm used to it by now. I'm used to the criticism. I've been here almost 7 years. It goes with the territory.
So why did you still decide to ask George, or why are we still planning?
Well, we weren't even for sure that's just somebody we had in mind that'd be, a great person to do it, because we're not doing a religious wedding, and we probably just have one of our friends do it. So I guess next in line will be Lisa or Greg Carmel, the cameraman.
I'm excellent. I'm actually ordained online. So
I am too. I'm a Dudist priest. I'm ordained at the Church of Lebowski, and I can actually marry people. So Sal and I are available to marry people now.
You abide?
The dude abides. We'll abide your wedding.
Good luck with that. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
All right. Any apprehension from your part in seeing, one of your best buddies get married? You don't seem to be too high on the subject of marriage and the concept of marriage these days.
Listen. Everybody's different. It's all peaks and valleys. That's the way marriage works. He's getting married. Right now, he's in that mode of peaches and cream. Everything's going to be fantastic. And you know what? I hope it stays that way for the rest of his life.
But do you see your friend headed towards a multi-car pileup right now?
Listen, if somebody's going to jump, you can only get so many cops to say don't do it. They're going to jump. That's it. I just hope that when he lands, it's going to be on something nice, soft, and cuddly for the rest of his life. I'm very happy for him, and I think Kristen's a phenomenal girl. So, and to me, Richard's already married. He's married to me. He's my wife. He's the wife I always wanted. So, I look at his marriage almost like as a roommate, and I'm the real husband, and he's my real wife.
She's just going to keep him warm at night. That's
as long as she makes him happy, and I know she will, because she's a great girl, and he'll make her happy.
You just know that every morning around 5 he returns to you.
Absolutely. He gets all cleaned up, relieved, whatever he needs to do is done, and he comes to me fresh, squeaky clean, and ready to roll. Smelling like a rose. Dipped in dog shit.
I tried on April Fool's, Robin. You thwarted me. But I tried on April Fool's to start an April Fool's joke where I was replacing Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. It lasted all of 10 seconds. As Robin goes, oh, this is April Fool's. Fred
should have told.
Fred said to me over the weekend, he said, it would have been better if you had like Steve Langford come in and report that he heard a rumor about it.
Right,
and then I could have been somewhat coy.
Thrown everybody off track.
Meanwhile, how good an idea is that? I'd be terrific. If I do say so myself. I'm not taking over.
The thing is, people can't believe it because you're so needed here.
Yeah, believe me, I got news for you. I ain't doing anything. I do this show and I do Howard TV. God bless, and that's that.
Well, that's why I said it was a joke.
Yeah, people know that.
I told Robin I read a script that was pretty good, and they offered me this movie role, and I like doing that.
Oh, you should have.
No, I'm not going to do it. I've been thinking about it. I don't
you
want
should
to
do a movie.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Why?
Because, you know what? I'm not an actor. I do enjoy the process of being in a movie, but...
Well, you bring your personality. Most movie stars are that.
I don't know that I could do this role either because it involves me like getting into some not pornographic, but like a heavy sort of make-out petting scenes with this chick who's obviously a hot chick. It's a movie, and she plays a hot chick. And I'm just wondering, I think Beth would freak the fuck out.
Did you discuss it with her at all?
Yeah, I discussed it with her. She goes, all
what'd
right.
she say?
She goes, I know what I got to do. That was that. I mean, I said, but honey, it's
You're
a movie.
Acting. You're acting.
She knows me. I ain't no actor.
There's no acting when you're kissing somebody. That's
she
a real
knows
kiss.
me. When I kiss, I got news for you. I don't know about. I mean, I don't know what in some of your movies. I don't know if you did anything romantic. Did you ever do a romantic scene in a movie?
I've kissed on screen. Yes.
Yeah, but those were girls. Do you ever kiss a dude in a movie? And I'll bet you
really
what.
get excited.
I bet you if I were given that opportunity, I'd do it, and Brad would probably understand.
And yeah, he might understand, but you get a boner, you probably end up in the dressing room with this guy blowing you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Bullshit.
I would not do that.
You know what? Sometimes things
I
happen.
am an actor.
Yeah.
I can create the illusion.
George, you've never actually had this happen to you.
That's right.
So how do you really know
All
how
I know
you would
is
react?
on Private Parts, I did a couple of scenes with Mary McCormick where there was no kissing involved in the script, no making out, no feeling up. I made out with her and felt her up anyway.
Every time?
Every time.
And you can see the surprise on her face.
On screen.
Yeah, you could see the look.
You're an actor. You were acting.
I was like, fuck that. I got a chance here to do something with a hot chick. Why not? Why shouldn't I do it?
Absolutely.
And I popped a real boner when I was in the bathtub with that naked girl, Melanie Good.
Yeah.
I popped an actual fucking boner.
Of course you would.
Yeah. So what am I going to tell you? I was all worked up.
But
so if he'd been kissing her,
but your soul
and he was
wasn't
in his
there.
underwear.
Well, my soul was there. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm an actor, but my penis is an actor.
Your penis is a real.
My penis is for real. My penis don't know I'm acting. No, I better left not doing it. You want to know something? The truth. I love that woman so much that I could do the movie and not think twice about it. But I don't know. She would probably freak out because you know what? I got news for you. If she took on a role something where she's making out with some dude, it would bother the shit out of me.
And you're not just kissing them once.
Right.
There's take after take and setups and reshoots.
And that's why it's not sexy.
Please.
You know what? On tomorrow's
with
show,
about 30 people watching you.
Tomorrow's show, I'm bringing in this guy. He's 25 years old.
Yeah.
He's going to do a love scene with you. You're both going to have your shirts off.
Bed.
It's a script. I'm going to give you the script. You'll read it. And then it'll cause for you both to take off your shirts. He's very muscular, this guy I have in mind for the part. And you're going to rub each other's chests and make out.
I will tell Brad tonight,
Right.
and I will tell him I'm acting, and it will not be consummated. I am going to be acting, and yes, all right, bring it on. Bring him on.
Dick off. Anyway, it's going to be a great movie. It's George. It starts out. George is in an internment camp, but it's like Animal House. It's a fun internment camp, like Hogan's Heroes kind of thing.
Well, they're breaking out. It's like that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's World War II.
Break out together.
George is in Arizona. The guards love him, and one of the guards falls in love with George.
And it's hot there, so we take our shirts off.
That's right.
It's sweaty.
And then you have to
know
wrestle.
what we have to do? We have to put a meter on George to see if he's acting or if this is real.
Well, as Howard said, I can be acting, but there's certain anatomical things that don't know that.
And Brad will tell you he's acting when he's on the phone to his attorney. So Charlie
Can I bring I was going to say Artie, Brad here?
Yes.
And have him be witness to it?
That's right. I want him to watch.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's great. In this one scene I want you to do, this is where you blow the guards to get a weekend pass from the camp. And you have to really...
he will not allow that.
No, he won't. The guy won't come. It just, just kiss it a few times. And then the guard goes, oh, you think you can blow me and get a secret pass? That's it for you. Then he ties you up naked and he sticks an eel in your ass.
This is the Howard Stern Show.
By the way, these two characters who haven't cracked a smile since they've been in here, they won the right to sit in and watch our show. They gave money to charity. You guys there?
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you something. You two are the two worst guys I've ever had sit in this studio watch me. Ever since you walked in, I've been waving to you. I've been smiling at you. And the two fucking guys stand there like you're FBI. What do you guys do for a living that you're so goddamn serious? What are you? Seriously, what?
I'm a contractor. I build houses.
Well, what are you so miserable about?
I'm not miserable.
You know, I'm a performer. When we see guys like you staring at us, you gotta get into it a little bit. What's the matter with you?
Well, I didn't mean to make you nervous.
Yeah, you're making me feel awful. And what's your job?
I co-founded 100 Contacts.
100 Contacts. What's that?
The thing where you call and you get your contacts sent to you.
Contact lenses. That's good. Now that's good. Who wants to go for their
That's
contact
a brilliant
lenses?
idea. You must be incredibly wealthy.
No wonder you're staring at me like I'm from Mars. Probably got those contacts in, that's all. Well, this is Craig and John, and you donated money, and you also got the right to sit at the Knick game with Fafa Fui last night and Fred Norris.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And the Knicks made it into the playoffs.
I know, that's
for
a miracle.
the first time in years.
That's a miracle. I'm so happy.
Since 2004.
What was it like sitting with Fafa Fui and Fred? Did they talk to you?
Absolutely.
They
were
did.
Fantastic.
You had a good time.
Fred talks.
Well, Fred's weird. Sometimes he doesn't talk, and then when he starts talking, he won't shut up. So you sat there, you talked to them, and you had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are great interviewers.
Sorry.
I think they were
nervous?
enjoying themselves last night at the game.
Yeah, are you guys nervous or something?
I'm a little nervous.
You're a little nervous, okay.
Yeah.
Because I never seen anybody with just a blank stare like you. I mean, seriously.
Is Fred implying that they might be hungover?
I saw one of the gentlemen. I shall remain who shall remain nameless, but was imbibing quite freely with the beer.
Who was imbibing?
Mr. 100 Contact. But he can do that. He's the CEO of the company.
After spending the night with Fred and Gary, Baba Buhai, if you could only be with one of them, who would you be with? Who is your favorite? And I'll go to Craig first.
I go with Fred.
Fred.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he didn't say much. There you go.
Maybe Fred couldn't talk. Gary talks a lot. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Gary talks a lot.
Like he doesn't get it. He doesn't. He's like a woman, right?
Yeah, I was lucky because I was on the end, so he took the brunt of the talking.
And is it mostly like nonsense talk? Like
No, it was, just chatter.
Yeah, he knows about everything, right? He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, this reminds me of the time. Did you know the Knicks did this? And yeah, my boy Lucas plays basketball too. It's always a constant dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather have Gary not been there and just gone with Fred?
No, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was a good game, too.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
John-
It's hard to watch the game and sit with those guys at the same time because it's really loud. It's a sporting event.
Right.
And you want to see the game.
Right.
At the same time, you want to talk to those guys, but you can't really have a conversation. So.
Well, Gary should understand that. I mean, he's talking through the whole game, right?
Kinda.
What is he talking about?
Guy talk.
Guy talk.
Basketball.
You know, I know you guys probably saw my pitch at Shea Stadium, but I gotta tell you, I do know a lot about sports. Did you read my book?
Absolutely.
You did? Did you know my father's name was Sally Fu? That was his nickname?
Sally Fu could have been a gangster, but he took the straight and narrow path.
John, did you agree that Gary would be the guy you wouldn't want to be? Like, you'd rather be with Fred?
No, they were both great.
They were both equally great?
Yes.
All right, well, very nice.
He's a diplomat.
When you got to the part of my book with the lists, did you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely.
You did? Howard made fun of me. But I know it set a tone for the book.
I understand that you're from Utah. Now, which disc would you take back to Utah with you?
Wait, if it only was anything like that.
They said you didn't shut up.
No, he said I didn't shut up, and
That's
I didn't.
right.
I hardly talked to him the whole game. He was 2 seats away. Nobody could hear anything.
He says you didn't shut up.
No, John was sitting
What,
next
he's lying?
Yeah.
Not lying.
He didn't say a fucking word. Like talking to a fucking Mount Rushmore over
Because
there.
the guy wants to watch the game. He's a man.
I was talking to John, right?
Yes.
He was talking to John sitting next to me, and he had a lot of questions about the show, which I graciously answered.
Right.
We hardly got to talk, except when John got up to go to the bathroom.
He said you didn't shut up. I'm going with him.
You should go with him. You'll be bored to tears.
Craig and John. All right. Well, enjoy the show. And Anthony, what can I do for you?
Listen, man, I got a new question for Robin.
Dude.
And possibly George. Want to know when's the last time they got their asshole licked?
George, when's the last time you had your asshole licked?
Sunday.
Oh. Well,
That's a
George
good
has
one.
had it sooner than me.
When's the last time you had that, Rob?
I can't remember.
Can't even remember. Was it really that long ago?
Asshole licking?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen all the time.
You know what? I'm not much into that, but when Brad obviously
It
licks,
happens.
when Brad does that to you, do you feel obligated to lick his asshole?
No, not necessarily.
It's not quid pro quo.
I mean, it's spontaneous. You know, it's happening while we're wrestling.
Oh, he's licking and wrestling and
How does he?
all of this
How does he
stuff?
win the wrestling match? If I know you guys like to wrestle, but how does he win the wrestling match if you're busy licking his asshole, or if he's busy licking your asshole?
We don't stay at it. You know, it just happens while if
So his face ends up in your ass,
Between, you know,
and then he starts licking your asshole.
it's just in passing.
Right.
It's a little sign of affection.
When you do that, though, that's a heavy taste. I mean, that's a thick.
No, we're clean.
Yeah, but I don't care how
You
much
know,
you
they
clean.
shower first.
Yes.
You remember.
When he licks it, though, does he get in there and get the sphincter, or
No.
no? What?
Just, you know.
What?
Just the swipe?
Yes.
Swipe. Swipe. I could use a swipe myself.
You guys had a good time in there today?
Yeah, it was fine.
You afraid you might have stepped on Gary a little bit, or is it?
No, yeah, he misunderstood it a little bit. All I was saying is I heard him and John talking the whole time. It wasn't anything big, but I could hear him. It was loud at the game, so I couldn't really contribute to the conversation at all.
But you don't feel slighted, or that Gary was talking John's ear off and not yours?
No, not at all. It's John's gig. He sat next to Gary. I was on the other end.
So you expected to be sort of on the periphery.
Yeah,
of it.
I was on the peripheral, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Now, did you guys envision talking with Howard on the air today, or were you expecting a more laid-back sit-in?
Well, typically when people come in for charity things, he talks to them a little bit, so I expected it.
You knew what to anticipate for this.
Yes.
Worth the auction, though? Worth everything, every penny and all that?
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. It was a great experience.
Yeah, it's
You know,
fun.
we've been listening for so long that it's fantastic to meet everybody and see what happens up here.
I was going to ask you, how does it measure up to what you listen to actually see it in front of you for your own eyes?
Well, you just get a little better feel for how the show is run. It was a great experience.
Pretty surreal.
And all the Sibian things here.
Yeah, I mean, you're right here by all the attachments. That's pretty cool. You can see some of the greatest rides that have happened.
The OJ mask, Beetlejuice. It's
all of the staples.
It's great to see it finally.
Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you.
Now I guess it's time to face Gary in the wrap-up show.
Oh, yeah. It's just a misunderstanding, right?
As most things are around here. You feel punched in the face by the way
No,
these guys are?
I think everybody, when they get in there, they want to be a jokester. I think he's just saying whatever he could say to get a rise out of Howard. You know, he wasn't sitting next to me, and it was very loud, so it was difficult to speak at all. So I mostly spoke to John, and Fred hardly spoke to either one of them because that guy, Craig, was so far, he was 4 seats away. And, you know, it's a weird thing when you go to something like this because it's a balance. Like, I could have not spoken to them at all, and they could have come in this morning and go, we paid $27,000 and Gary fucking ignored us. So I felt a little bit of an obligation to chat a little bit because they paid money to hang out with us.
Plus, they're asking you questions about the show.
Well, John was asking me a lot of questions about the show. That guy, Craig, he didn't really seem to know as much about the show. He's more of I think he came as a friend, so I don't think he's as big a fan.
But at the same time, you want to watch the game. You want to let them watch the game. So it's you're saying.
I don't think listen. There's a lot of downtimes, a lot of timeouts. I don't think I was interrupting during the game, and like I said, I didn't talk to him much at all because I didn't really have a clear shot at him. So when John got up to go to the bathroom twice. Again, I talked to him because it was weird. You know, I felt like if I talked to Fred, like I was turning my back on the guy who paid money to be there. Listen, he could have come in, no matter what I did last night, he could have come in with an angle on it.
You feel they feel the need to shtick it up in front of Howard.
You know what? I got great seats to sit into that game. I had a good time with Fred. I had a good time with the guys, and that's it.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Jason, and on Monday's wrap-up show, myself, Brian Phelan, Scott DePace, Gary, we're all in there talking about the proper way to raise and train your dog. Scott thinks you beat them into submission. Everybody else says you're crazy. Check it out.
Howard said he spent all weekend upset over not Phelan putting wee-wee pads in his puppy's crate, because that's one thing, but rather the comments that Scott DePace made to the Howard 100 News about smacking the dog around. I didn't hear it. I don't know what he said, but it seemed like Howard was genuinely upset over it.
Well, there's two things I want to talk about there. We'll talk about what Scott said, but first, this is one of those things that Howard, I wish he could learn to not do. There's a dog from North Shore Animal League, and Beth was trying to help get the dog a home, and one of our guys took it. And that's great. And after that, it's okay. But Howard feels this responsibility for the whole process, which he really shouldn't have to. He's already done enough to bring the two parties together. If Brian Phelan doesn't do his job correctly, it doesn't reflect bad on Howard, yet he feels that way. And I feel bad for him.
But Howard's
it makes him crazy.
But he's just not that kind of guy. He cares, and he cares what's happening with this dog.
But
for
you
a couple of reasons.
You can't take responsibility for everything. And I feel like he takes a lot of responsibility for stuff that he can't control, to the point where it really sort of helps him not be as happy as he could be.
Yeah, well, he did say that he wishes Beth didn't do it almost, because then he wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. But the issue really wasn't with Phelan and what he was doing. It was more, although that was part of the issue, it was more of what Scott said. And then when you were in there, it took about 3 seconds for you to light up on DePace. You got into it really quickly.
He just said, all I went in there to say was, Scott said, the trainer I work with said it's okay to hit a dog, which is just not the truth. So then he took a shot at me, and then I went back, but I wasn't looking.
You weren't at my house when I was talking to
I know that
trainer.
Jason actually, this is really more, God's honest truth, more between you and Jason.
Yeah,
because Jason's telling me what he did. In other words, sometimes people tell me stuff and I go in as the representative.
So you were saying what Jason had told you.
Jason worked with this particular trainer. So again, I didn't work with the guy. So
Training
Jason,
like a cat.
Jason should come in training his dog.
No.
And Jason said that the trainer said he's a no-hands trainer, meaning you don't hit or touch the dog in any way. And DePace is saying that's not the truth.
Look, my wife was there, so, if we need a corroboration of the story.
But you guys didn't say opposite things.
Well, no, he did, because he's saying it's okay to hit a dog.
He said, no. He said, Scott said the trainer said that it's not his method,
right.
But he doesn't, he's accepting of it.
And in fact, all of his training had to do with dominance. It all had to do with, when you go out a door, you make sure you go out first. When you put his food in the bowl, make sure he doesn't eat until you tell him it's time to eat.
Listen, there's a big difference between dominance and physical, using physical force.
This all comes down to whether you think slapping a dog on the ass a couple of times to train them is cruel. I don't see how it is. My dog plays with other dogs, and they're constantly biting each other. Isn't that a lot worse than just a little pat on the ass?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into it.
We got to ask.
It's not my fight for me and you, so I'm not going to get into it.
Scott, they're dogs. They don't know about patting on the ass.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's about pain, then yes, you just said it. They're dogs. So I think they can handle the little bit of pain that they're actually getting. I don't think they're getting any.
Why do you think they can handle it? Like, what gives you that idea?
Well, I'm just saying their threshold must be pretty high. Whenever the dog bites me, I want to just jump out a window. It hurts. So they're biting each other. That must be okay.
No, my point is that the dogs don't know any better. They don't think, well, if I hit you,
exactly. So then why are you putting the human trait that it's cruel when I slap them on the ass?
Because you're a human. You're a human.
They're not.
Thank you for pointing that out.
But Scott, you got to think about what you just said for a second. Do you think a dog feels pain?
Yeah, probably. But do
you think that they might feel pain when they might feel pain when they're bit? Also, do you think they might, if they could? Do you think they would avoid to be? Okay.
I mean, they keep going at it. They keep playing and going at it.
Do you really hold on a second? Do you know anything about? They don't bite down as hard as they can. That's how dogs play. They don't have hands.
What are you, a dog?
Yeah, I'm a dog. That's how I know what dogs like, because that's the only way you can understand
really,
a dog.
you just came in like you're some dog expert. What the hell
well,
are you?
I own
I've
a
had
dog. I
dogs
watch
my
them
whole
play.
life. I've had dogs my whole life.
Dogs don't go and they bite each other as hard as they can, you idiot.
I'm telling you that when they bite, because I'll put my hand in there.
Your
it
dog
hurts.
bites you. If you put your hand out, then there's something wrong with your dog.
It's not. He's not you chomping down trying to draw blood, but in the midst, yeah, it hurts a lot.
Well, there's something wrong with your dog. Then I don't know what to tell you.
What you idiot? What you? All right, I won't use words. What you guys?
You won't use words.
I won't use terms.
We're going to communicate telepathically over here.
Hold on,
Jason.
So here it goes into the Jason piece of shit vortex.
What happened? Oh, those are words, it sounds like.
Scott, finish your point. Finish your point.
God, I hate you. You're
I know, it makes me
like
so
an
happy.
Asshole. It's funny. So many people tell me when they hear you, they've got to just turn it off the radio.
It's funny because I hear that about you sometimes too. I hear about both. I heard about both.
But I don't.
So no one's listening
Anyway.
now, so finish your point.
In your pink shirt, please continue.
Jason, let him
You're
talk.
350 pounds, you fat whale.
Keep wearing your pink shirt.
Good.
Your
Okay,
point.
I forget what I was talking about.
All right, then let's
Use
take
your
You were
words.
saying when a dog chomps down, it
Use your
hurts your
words, Scott.
hand.
Yeah. So apparently they must have a threshold for pain. I don't think what I did is at all cruel. I don't sit there. My dog loves me. Sleeps on my. Oh, listen to that laugh. My dog sleeps on my bed every night. The dog loves when I come in at home. The dog loves me. Just because you guys have a different training method, don't say mine is cruel.
Let's take a step back here,
It's
Scott.
ridiculous.
What did you say to the news that Howard got so pissed off about?
I was merely joking. Brian was going through the training of, how you put a dog in a crate. And he didn't know exactly how to do that. He put the wee-wee pad in there. And so I just said, as a joke, well, maybe you should just smack her on the ass. And that turned into Howard,
All right, so
saying that
I got a question for you. Answer what Howard said today. How do you answer the allegation that a lot of your jokes are misinterpreted?
Well, you guys are dumb. I don't know. No, I have no idea. I
No
don't
words,
know.
Scott. Come on, man.
I have no
No,
idea.
because Howard says a lot of times
That's not my fault.
A lot of times when you say stuff and then people call you on it, you go, "I was joking," and I guess a lot of people don't get the joke.
It is a comedy show here, isn't it? I don't know.
But we're not doing a comedy show.
Maybe
We're
I'm
talking
too good. Maybe
But
I'm
Scott,
such a straight guy.
And I'm
you
not
can't-
saying I'm against that decision. You say that slapping the ass is okay.
Yeah.
But then you're saying it's a joke when you
Well,
said
how
it.
I said it, I was joking. If you listen to it, I think it's pretty obvious that I was joking.
Brian Fallon, was he joking?
I think he was joking. Yeah, he tried to, add comedy into the conversation. But yeah, a lot of people don't get his jokes, that's for sure.
So did you think Howard was pissed off at you this morning?
Yeah, he was yelling at me the other day. So he actually had Ronnie come in and yell at me too. So I thought I was going to be in a lot of trouble. But then it turned and went on to Scott, which is great.
What do you mean he had Ronnie come in to yell at you?
Because he told me I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't, I put the wee-wee pad in the crate and you're not supposed to do that. That's where they sleep. And he goes, you don't know what you're doing. I got to get you a trainer, blah, blah, blah. I'll get you the number. And then he went outside and saw Ronnie. He's like, Ronnie, he doesn't know what he's doing. Go in there and yelling at him. Tell him what to do. So then Ronnie came in and started yelling at me like I didn't know what I was going, Like I have 3 kids and I had a dog before. I know how to train something, So I just took
Look,
it
everyone's
as,
got their own way. I don't understand this.
I was
It's so-
expecting more, but, it
So you
deflected
did-
to Scott.
So you just disagree with Howard's method?
Yeah, and Howard on the air this morning tried to say that I'm the know-it-all. Well, who the hell is he then? Right? If he's saying my method's wrong, why? I never said that his method was wrong. It's to each their own.
I would say
he's
he's a little bit more of a know-it-all, just in the sense that his wife spends a great deal of time with animals.
Okay, maybe
And
recently,
with
but
a
I've
lot-
had dogs my whole life. He didn't grow up with animals.
but
I
just 'cause
probably
you-
had 10 dogs.
Just because
growing
you've
up.
had them your whole life doesn't mean that everything you're doing with them is correct. It just means you've had them.
But there's a track record of success. I know how to get a dog to stop peeing in the house.
Well, that's but how do you get that reaction? How do you get to getting
Who
a dog?
cares?
But that's what I think Howard's talking about. You can train a dog by taking him outside, or every time he pees, you can hit him over the nose with a newspaper. You're going to get the same result, but different ways.
Yeah,
and one of them
and
I
I
think
don't
Howard
really
would
care.
disagree with.
All right. To me, the dog is not hurt forever, and it's not barely even hurt at that moment.
Then why wouldn't you, every
So-
time your kid pees in a diaper, why would you hit him over the face with a paper?
Because my kid is a human, for one.
But
He's
they-
not
they
a
hit their
dog.
brothers.
And I'm trying to, and I was never shown that to be an effective method.
I think that's
I'm sure your kid has a threshold for pain.
I think there's a philosophy there. I think because I hear this with Will a lot too. Will grew up with a lot of animals, and his whole rap is, listen, I love dogs and stuff, but they're fucking dogs. And some people feel a different way about them, and I think there's a different philosophy there.
So do you think Howard's method's wrong or just different?
No, just different. I wouldn't have the patience to sit there and yell no for months until it finally worked.
It doesn't take much.
Jason, I'm sure. All of the training methods that I was trying, it was like, oh, you've got 2 hours of homework each day. I'm just not going to do it.
Jason, did anything get lost in translation when Gary came in and sort of said what you had told him?
No, in fact, the guy, because I had watched the dog before Greg Cleva from Barkbusters came over, I had watched The Dog Whisperer. I still watch The Dog Whisperer. And The Dog Whisperer is a little bit hands-on. He doesn't hit the dog, but what he does is to simulate where the mom would nip the dog, like in the neck, to give him he does a little poke in the neck, like, and touch them in the neck.
Back of the neck.
And it's not a hit
very
or
sensitive
anything.
there.
And I was talking to Greg about that, and I said, I was a little uneasy with that because I always heard you're not supposed to touch the dogs. And he said, no, I have a hand. He goes, I have no problem. It's not his method, and that he has a completely and utterly hands-off method of dealing with the dog. That was the opening line of our conversation about how to train a dog.
And there's nothing inaccurate there. All I'm saying is what he said to me, I described what I had done, and he said there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just not my method. So,
Were you surprised how Gary reacted to when you chimed in this morning?
Yeah, he got very angry when I just brought out some facts that Gary has an electric fence. And to me, an electric fence is a little more harsh than slapping on the ass. A lot more harsh.
My dog doesn't even wear an electric collar anymore.
Well, but he certainly had to at one point.
Yes, he did.
So
it's a pretty common.
That's
listen,
cruel.
it's a common tactic, and
I guarantee you, my tactic is more common than your electric fence.
Well, Gary, why did they stop wearing? Why did they stop wearing?
Because he just knows now.
Yeah,
but is it because
got shocked enough?
Would you do it again if you got a new dog? Would you?
I think I would. You know what? I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of cars that go by. I have a very, very active dog. You know what I mean? And I don't want him running into the street and getting run over by a car.
I'll tell you, too.
Would you
I think that's
put
cool.
an electric collar on Mary if she became a man?
Sure.
We just got new couches, and my wife didn't want the dog for once to be on the couch. And normally, Cookie the dog had always been on the couch. So suddenly we had to train her a new way. So she found these electric pads that give you a little shock. Dog did it once, hasn't been up there again.
Well, so you shocked the dog too, and you're making fun of Gary?
I know exactly. I'm just pointing out that he's a hypocrite.
Well, how does that work? You get like
he's a hypocrite. That's
well,
all
so
I'm
are
saying.
you then if you're making fun of Gary for shocking his dog, and you do the same thing?
No,
Scott is right and you're wrong.
I could care less. I'd put an electric fence up too.
Wait, Scott, so these are electric pads that you put on the couch?
Put on the couch.
And
I got shocked by it twice.
So if the dog
she doesn't want you on the couch either.
So if the dog jumps up on it, it shocks him and goes down. And you got shocked?
Yeah, I got shocked twice.
And your kids get shocked?
My kids got shocked. My one son had his hand. He was laying on it. It was turned off. And the other kid came over and turned it on.
Oh, my God.
It got him.
How strong of a shock is it?
Your kids treat each other like dogs.
Yeah. It's, it's, I don't know. It doesn't hurt that
Threshold for pain.
Rich in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. You guys usually rip on Scott the Pace, but I usually defend him. But I think in this case he's very wrong. The main reason why you don't want to be beating your dog is just the same reason why my brother, when his dog does something wrong, he kicks him. He really does it aggressively. But guess what? His daughter shows. His daughter is now learning that it's okay to hit.
Sir, wouldn't you say that what you described? Wouldn't you say what you described is a little more than what I did? I merely slapped the dog on the ass like 4 or 5 times, not very hard. I never kicked her.
Well, we don't know. Hold on, we don't know that to be the case.
Well, I've described it.
That's what you tell us.
Are you telling me
I would like to see documentation.
Shit on the couch, you're not going to whack the hell out of it? Give me a break.
No, I'm not. I push it off. Off the couch.
You need it. You said you need it.
Me taking
No, that's a bunch of crap too.
You said it on the show. You said when a dog jumps up that you need it.
And I don't think you were kidding that day.
Yes, it was a joke. Someone said what you do is that was one method. The other one was to step on the back foot while you're holding the front.
You'll hear a dog yelp, and you'll hear about their threshold.
I got to tell you, me asking for documentation that I don't know. I don't know that you hit your dog any more than you don't know that Obama's birth certificate is real. In other words, I have to take your word at it.
Well, you took my word that I hit her in the first place.
I think you. But
So
how do I know? If you admit to hitting your dog, how do I know what level you're really telling the truth about?
Well, then you might have shocked your dog 10 or 12 times.
Maybe I have.
Yeah, let me have documentation on it.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we were talking to Ronnie about Bee the tranny, and he said he thought she was sort of cute. We were wondering if Ronnie was a little smitten with Bee. He said he was just more fascinated by her. And then Mark Paul Gosselaar, you probably know him as
Zach from Saved by the Bell, and Breckin Meyer, who was in the movie Clueless. They're friends of the show, big fans, and they stopped by and we chatted with them a little bit. Here's how it all went.
Ronnie's now here. We're talking about B, Ronnie, and you seem to have an interest in B today when you went in there.
I just wanted to see it up close because I saw it on the TV screen, and it was hard to tell what it looked like.
And how would you describe it?
Pretty scary looking, kind of. I don't know. It was like the only cool part was like you just stand her up and just bang her. You don't even have to move her. I mean, it's like it's straight on. Like a lot, you want to fuck a girl, you got to lift her leg, standing up, and you just stand there and just stick it in and go. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
Is it the beginning of a movement to move regular women's vaginas up taller?
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
yeah. You future woman. That's how like.
You know what? But you know what? Okay, so after she came out of the studio, now, I mean, I've picked out. We've done contests and stuff like that, and I've picked out, who the tranny was and all that nonsense. But this guy, girl, whatever you want to call him, well, it's a girl because she's a female on a driver's license, so she's officially, I guess, a girl now. You looked at her hands and her arms and everything else, except for her feet. She had pretty eyes and everything, but her feet were horrible. I mean, they really looked like guys' feet. She had like curled toes and stuff, and it was really strange. But her hands, usually you could tell right away by the hands, she had real feminine-looking hands.
You really checked her out.
Yeah, I did.
Now, if you ran into her, we were saying before, if you ran into her in a club, do you think you would have been fooled?
Yeah, especially after a couple of shots of tequila, for sure.
And how far do you think things would go?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would you be standing up next to her by the end of the night? I mean, what do you think?
No, would you be tweeting, I just fucked the perfect vagina?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gary, you're right. He does seem a little smitten.
And I was kind of curious to find out when she blows her load, which I really don't believe she can. I really don't believe it for the life of me. I can't see how it works.
Well, that's my question. It is you can't lubricate because that they haven't figured out for the operation. So,
right.
So when she comes, is it semen?
Well, what is it?
Does she
come?
She said there was a
goo. She said it was goo.
Liquid comes out, so it sounds like it was some sort of ejaculate is still coming out.
Does this thing turn you on, Ronnie?
No, but I was real intrigued by her explanation of everything.
I think B's got a big fan over here.
By the way, I got to tell you,
I thought she was pretty cool, actually.
I liked it. The weird thing for me was when B got here, I went to the green room to say hello, and B introduced me to her brother, who looked to be around the same age, and so it's over for me because there's me as a dude.
Right. Which one was her brother, the fat guy or the other one?
The other one.
Oh, okay.
How did that Sibian ride go, Gary?
It went fine. I put my beekeeper's mask on. Some people will see it on TV and think that I was, grossed out by her, which I really wasn't. But when she said she doesn't know how she comes or where she comes from, I
don't blame you,
put the mask on. I didn't know what was going to happen.
See, that's what I was afraid that if she came, it was going to shoot, like a guy.
I genuinely didn't know what was going to happen, and I wanted to be ready. Turn on the Sibian. For a second, I thought she might get into it, and then it was obvious. She says, "Yeah, this isn't going to work for me."
Yeah, because I see. That's what did. As soon I was watching it when you turned it on, and it was like you could see there was no feeling at all there, and that's what kind of like makes me feel like I don't know if she even does blow a load. I don't know.
I want to say something too. I think that our television lighting crew might be a little homophobic.
Why is that?
Because every time a hot chick gets on the Sibian, as soon as how it goes go, they dim the lights, and they didn't bother dimming the lights for her.
Gary, who's that over there?
Some friends of ours stopped by to say hello real quick. You guys want to say a quick hello? Mark Paul Gosselier and Breckin Meyer, who have a new show out. And the reason why I brought these guys in, because I know them for a while, but Mark's a big fan of the show, and hopefully sometime in the future will be appearing on Celebrity Superfan Roundtable. And Breckin, you were hanging out. You were hanging out with Howard at the party, right?
That was really fun. Yeah,
he got great things. He says you're a very good drummer.
I heard about that, and other than being in Mad Magazine, that was the highest praise I think I've ever gotten.
Now, Breckin, were you conscious of should I walk up to Howard? Should I leave him alone?
No, I was with Ryan. I was with Philippi, who's a friend of the show, and I'm such a giant fan of you guys that I kind of knew the etiquette right off the bat. I was afraid to walk up to Howard. I was just standing back, and I was like, I'll just hang with Stamos and be wall candy. And then when we went, and then Todd Phillips who directed Road Trip and The Hangover, we all went over and talked to Howard for a second. I think I was still shaking. But
a lot of people at that party, huh?
It was star-studded.
I mean, and you live there, but that was a big party?
I mean, I don't live at Jimmy's, but I live in the area. Yeah, no, it was, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and people with Oscars were there. Crazy.
What are you guys out here promoting, Mark? You guys got a show together?
Yeah, we got a new show June 1st on TNT called Franklin and Bash.
And what kind of show is it?
Legal drama with humor.
With humor?
A lot of humor.
So on the show, are both of you guys lawyers?
Yeah.
Now, did you guys know each other before you did the show?
We knew of each other. I mean, we grew up in the industry together, so it's, we've been in this thing for about 20 years now. So we knew of each other, but
did not know each other. Yes,
Mark,
we have a chemistry.
You're a big listener of the show.
Huge listener.
Yeah,
we were listening this morning to Scott.
Can I say, I'm such a giant fan right now. We came in, Mark Paul was pointing out everyone because I don't know anyone's face. I only know the voices. He literally goes, there's Benji, and I realized I started bouncing, and I go, is it really? And, really didn't. And John, it's funny, standing over there, I hear your voice in my car, not 24/7, except when my daughter's in there. And it's so funny to put a face to it. It's crazy.
And Ronnie, I walk in with the mustache and the sideburns. I didn't even recognize him. He didn't recognize me. Remember when you guys came to the set?
That's right.
Yeah.
I knew Mark Paul was a really big fan because when he was on NYPD Blue, I'd go down to the set from time to time. So I saw him there, and something happened that morning. We never met each other or anything. And he walked by me and he goes, "Hey, is Mary pissed at you for what happened this morning?" I was like, "Holy shit, he really listens."
Yeah. What do you guys think of Robin's trip to Peru? Any insight on
the
that?
Ayahuasca, what is it? I can't even say it.
Ayahuasca. Did Fred do a cover of Cocaine at his gig? Did she show up? I missed that. She did?
No.
Oh man, I would have loved to have heard that.
Well, you're going to be hearing her sing Cocaine quite a bit on the show over the next few
I want to hear
weeks and
Fred
months.
do the cover of that
We've been getting a lot of songs, and I have 5 more songs that came in late in the show that are all cocaine related.
We're going to do Franklin and Bash in Peru as an homage to Robin.
Now, other than Howard, of course, who's the one person you'd be like, wow, you'd love to sort of meet and sit down and talk to? Who are you the biggest fan of all the characters on the show? You don't have to say Gary because he's sitting there.
I'm a giant Fred fan.
I'm a huge Fred fan.
I was looking forward to just literally seeing how it works.
He sat in last week, though, didn't he? Fred?
Yeah, Fred came by. You guys going to be here for a while?
We'll be here for a
because after we're done with the wrap-up show, I'll take you and I'll show you Fred's setup. It's mind-blowing.
I would love to go behind the curtain of Oz.
But when you see Fred's setup and you see how it works, you'll be blown away.
I know. You know who I know is Scott Eisinger. We have kids in the same class, so he was saying hello to everybody.
Excellent.
And Brecken, you hung with JD, right? With Ryan?
No, every time Ryan hung out with JD, I was out of town.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For some reason, every time I missed it. It was like Haley's Comet.
Well, you're going to see JD in a little while.
JD probably thinks he's avoiding him.
I say JD's a lot like Haley's Comet. That's right.
Well, guys, promote the show again before you leave because I know you got to do other shows.
Franklin and Bash on June 1st, Wednesday, yeah?
Yeah, Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
There you go.
All
you
right.
can see the guy from Saved by the Bell, the guy from
Thanks for coming by, guys.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Wednesday's wrap-up show revolved around Miss Howard TV. Not how great she looked or how she was on the show, but rather, what's Mike Ganji doing up here? Does Ganji only show up when the hot chicks are there? And does he take all the plum assignments from Howard TV, which could upset other people? Well, Ganji had his opinion, everyone else had their opinion, and here's how that conversation went.
Yeah, Ganji, are you here only because Miss Howard TV is here?
No, I'm here because we have a Miss Howard. Yes. So in a general sense, yes, we have a Miss Howard TV shoot here this afternoon, which I'm involved in. So it's natural for me to come in early in the morning to see your segment and be here for that. Yes.
I will tell you this: Ganji also was saying that one of the reasons he came in today, partially for that, partially because he needed a favor from me. And in all fairness to Ganji, it was the lamest favor ever.
No, I know.
He needed 2 autograph pictures. He could have easily emailed me, and I would have had them to you.
Yeah, but it's also better for me to get the pictures. There's a whole procedure
They're right
to
in
get
my
pictures
drawer.
around here.
People email me day and night for
Well,
pictures.
I don't know that. Every time I've ever done it, I get the pictures. I bring it to you with the name on it. So that's the way it's handled.
Is it for the Miss Howard TV to get in her pants?
Gary, now why don't those requests come up when Be the Tranny is up here or a different type of guest?
Look, if I needed to come up here for Be the Tranny, I would have been here for Be the Tranny. I was here for Buck Angel.
No,
Listen,
we're not saying if you need to be here, you need to be here.
Ago.
It just seems to be that you are voluntarily here for these days.
Well, because again, the shoot's right after the show.
Are you in charge of the shoot?
No. Well, Chris is producing the shoot, so we need a second camera. So I shoot second camera for him, and then I leave. So I'm just here to make sure it starts all right.
I'll play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
What other segments outside of Miss Howard TV do you shoot second camera for?
A lot of stuff. This weekend I'll have a camera.
Where?
Ronnie and Shuley's block party in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Well, the last couple.
Where I could go way deep on this.
But that's not
where you're going to hang out with Ronnie. Will be fun, and
but
I'm
going to be working, so it's not fun for me. It's work for me.
Are you saying
if I was hanging out, then it's fun?
Are you saying Ganji doesn't take the tough assignments?
I'm saying I don't think you see Ganji shooting second camera at the Be the Tranny documentary.
I can tell you, I don't remember Ganji being at either of the craptaculars. I know that.
I got to tell you that if we can get a couple of the Howard TV guys, the lower level guys, and maybe black out their faces and voices because they're all scared of getting fired, you'll hear some good opinions about Ganji.
So, Jason, what have you heard? Tell me one thing you heard, and I can tell you exactly why.
I've heard one of the raps I've heard about you is that you always act busy and tell people how busy you are, but you're not actually busy. That seems to be one of the...
See that? Oh, my God. If that person who said that should be fired. Because they're probably not busy.
You should be too busy to fire them.
I heard Ganji worries about the pizza that's missing.
We heard about the grandma's pizza.
You've outed someone, and I will find out, and maybe they'll be fired.
I haven't outed anyone. What are you talking about?
Someone said that, so
it was
very easy to find out.
It was Doug Goodstein.
So what else?
I've also heard that you definitely take all the plum assignments and don't give the good assignments to the other people. And
everybody has
I know you have seniority, but
everybody has every. Look, what's better than the behind the scenes stuff right now?
Well, then why don't you shoot it?
Well, because I don't take all the plum assignments. Duh, that's exactly.
You really think hanging out in our office till 2:00 in the afternoon is a plum assignment?
Well,
I don't even want to be here.
So tell me the other plum. What are the plum assignments?
Well, it's all the strip clubs that you fly to.
Again, that nobody wants to go to because it's on a weekend and nobody wants to take their time.
So you've given this rap on. This is a perfect example.
Right.
You've given this rap on the air. My IM blows up. F you. Nobody else wanted to take it. I asked Angie 17 times to go to that.
We have a coordinating producer named Sean Gordon. He asks everybody all the time, and everybody's like, oh, is it at night? Oh, do I get paid overtime? Oh, do I get a day off for going? Oh, so I'm the only one that says, like, look, if everybody doesn't want to go, if you have no other resort, I'll go. I don't care.
That's not how.
But some people see it. That's the reality of it.
Listen, maybe people are just trying to rile me up to get it going, but that's what people I am.
That's the reality of it. And I guarantee Sean would get on the phone and back me up at a heartbeat. That he goes to everybody on the
defense. I've heard him saying, does anyone want to go?
All right.
Okay, I'll go.
Wait, settle down, guys. Now, Mike, do you see why people may have this perception? Because when the Miss Howard TVs are here, you're here. When you hear about a trip to Vegas or anything involving, the strippers or the girls, you're there.
Again, I don't volunteer for them. Sean goes around, we're like, all right, who will go? And Sean will ask people if they're willing to go, and a lot of times they say no. Ronnie and Richie, when they went to Steven Singer to get the ring, right? So we asked a bunch of people. If everybody said no, I said I would go.
You would to get what ring?
We shot Richie and Ronnie on the road trip to getting Richie's engagement ring.
Really?
Which,
by the way, where are you going to show that?
Well, I don't know. We
By the way, according to both,
might need it. So.
According to both the other guys, it was a giant party. They're drinking,
but
girls.
I don't know that.
Did you go when Richard went to get his ring?
No, because if Richard told us, we would have.
Oh, I thought
that's the problem.
Richie had a beer.
Right, they give you give you beer and wine and cookies.
But the point is, if Richard had told us, we would have.
Really, beautiful girls.
So I mean, what are you going to do? But
all right, John, wrestle control.
It is like a strip club.
Too many voices here. Let's go to the phones. We'll talk to Billy in Arizona. Billy, what do you have to say about this?
I believe Ganji's just full of it.
Based on what?
Straight up and honest. I mean, if there's a beautiful girl in there, yeah, I'm jealous. I'd like to come in there. But just be straight up and honest with everybody, Ganji. When a good-looking woman comes in, you want to come down there. It ain't no big deal.
Look, if it was somebody I was interested in, I'd absolutely say yeah. But, the Miss Howard TV, I'm not interested in.
See, and Billy's touching it. Thanks for calling, Billy. He's touching upon Gary's issue, what Gary said in the beginning of the show, which was, if you came clean and just said, hot chicks up here, I want to be here, then that's that.
Sometimes,
I would understand
sometimes there is that situation. Sometimes I just think of it as work. It's not, I swear to God,
so
I'm
it's
not.
the same situation. You just think of it in different ways at times.
Yeah, like, look, has there been hot chicks up here? Like, if a Jenna is up here one day or something like that? Absolutely. But if other situations, I just think of it as work. Again, when BB was up here, I came up because Richie was doing the Daily Show, so he couldn't come up. And again, I wasn't thinking of it as a hot chick. I was just thinking of it as some porn girl who's going to ride the Sibian.
A lot of the contests we do up here, I'm in charge of going through the entries, right? And I'll go through them whether it's the worst penis injury or the hottest chick with the hottest daughter. But I would be so pissed if whenever there was a hottest chick, hottest daughter contest, if you came to me and you said, no, I'll handle this one.
Right.
But again, I don't do that. But I don't do that. That's not the way it goes down.
But then, so the only two people that could handle Miss Howard TV are the two most senior producers at Howard TV?
Again, right now, Chris produces the shoots. So he's in there producing the shoot.
But when you used to produce the shoot,
right.
You did the interview and you did the. So why doesn't Chris do everything?
But the problem, it's a long story, but it switched from a lot of people. It switched. Isaac used to produce them for a long time, and Isaac did the whole thing. So when Isaac left, I took it over because we didn't really have a person to put in that slot that can be there all the time, and like it would be just like 1 month somebody could be able to do it. Next month you'd have to train somebody else to do it. The next month, you know what I mean? So it was like I had consistency.
Right.
I was always here. You know what I mean? So it was like that for a long time, and that's just the way it was.
But now Chris took over, and how come he didn't take over full duties? I guess
he does in a sense that he tries to find the girls. He books them. You know, we just do an interview because again. I don't know. I mean, we want to see who's going on our air. Like, look, at the end of the day, we're in charge of Howard TV, so I want to see who's going on it. I absolutely do.
If they're a girl.
Well, think of the
but if we were
bombshells.
doing, look, we were involved when we hired Sid to host something, when we hired Jim Florentine to host something, all those other things. We were involved in the same exact level.
All right, Steve, we got to take a break. Let's let Ganji get his...
John Hine and the bonus show. We were involved in the same exact level.
No, I didn't talk to you. Rachel talked to you guys. I talked to somebody else who I never met before.
By the way, Sal working the board for Fred today.
Yeah.
Hello, you.
Sal and Jim, some sort of combination of those two.
It takes two people to replace Fred.
Replace Fred, evidently.
Idiot.
But Fred freaked out over our win on
he was very happy.
There was a death of Fred's family. I don't know how much he wants me to get into it. So, with him, you got to be careful.
Well, let him tell the story. He's
Right.
just out because of a family situation.
Boy, it's weird not having Fred here. You know, I think I like having Fred here because I don't worry when Fred is here. I don't think about that side of the room.
That's right.
Are you guys all right over there? It's amazingly quiet, too. It's weird. Sal, you under control over there?
Yeah. It's just a little overwhelming at first. There's so many sound effects, and this is a completely different system. But, yeah, we got it down. I figured less is more.
You know, I realize I'm entrusting this to Sal, who's, like I heard him on the wrap-up show yesterday. I don't know if you were there.
I was there.
I mean, Sal still can't comprehend what within three means.
That was the best. Listening to the theories that were going through his head.
You want to hear some disturbing radio. Now, I guess most people listen to the wrap-up show who are fans of this channel. But really, I mean, this is wild. I missed the wrap-up show yesterday. And Sal, what the fuck's going on with you? I mean, you did score 102 on the IQ test, which is...
Yeah, and I got an 86 on the Series 7 exam, which is a very difficult exam.
Yeah,
but you may have been answering the questions. You got the question right, but you don't know why.
Yeah, he completely... You know what it is? It's sad.
You're an idiot.
You know, he can't comprehend...
Is Fred here?
He can't even comprehend what was within three.
Yeah.
The question on the Newly Weird game was, within three, how many people will your partner say you slept with?
Right. But
it's just totally, it's like Sal just doesn't get what within three means.
And 5 people understood it without any explanation.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad because it's like when you interview Gary the retard, you understand the guy's born retarded, and he doesn't understand that when he goes in our green room, he's not on the moon. We told him it was the moon, and he thought it was the moon because we brought him there in a garbage pail. And he thought it was a rocket ship.
Yeah, he thought he had gone into outer space.
And quite frankly, I mean, you understand that the guy's retarded.
Can I leave now?
Yeah, but you're in a weird... yes, you can leave. Sal's in fact, it's a weird energy with Sal in here, but it was weird. Like he doesn't understand within 3.
I do understand within 3. The thing is that within 3 people...
Well, now it's been explained to you 500 times.
Yeah, but...
Listen to him on the wrap-up show rather briefly. It's insane.
The way it was worded, within 3 immediately, the first thing that came to my mind was within 3, does that mean because we're all married, we're not going any further than 3? In other words, are we staying within 1, 2, and 3?
Wait, I still don't, do you guys understand what that means?
No, explain that. I really don't understand.
How did they get one answer?
JD says, within 3, how many women have you been with? And I'm like, within 3, like within 1 woman, 2 women, or 3 women? Within 3.
Oh, so you thought the answer could only be 1, 2, or 3?
Within 3. Right.
Okay.
1, 2, or 3. I put out 3 wooden blocks. I go, John, pick one within this 3.
Get Gary the retard
within
on the phone.
this
Maybe
3.
he can help us.
He thought 3 was the universe.
Okay, now, and I'm thinking, okay, we're all married, and I guess they say within 3, we can assume 1 because we're all married, and nobody wants to go overboard and think that, hey, wait a minute, I didn't fuck more than 3 women. So then Howard goes 30. I go, 30?
So now what are you thinking?
Now I'm thinking it's like, what is it called? Like increments of 3. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, multiples of 3.
Wow.
So I'm like, wait a minute now, because he said 30, but then Fred's put 50
You're
up.
putting way too much thought into it.
I know.
You know, you're just like within 3. Now it's multiples of 3.
Well, first there's a little pressure because it's a game.
Dude, I mean, your comprehension is so low. Do you read books at all?
It's not low comprehension. I think I just
Do you
have...
ever read anything?
I do read.
Be honest.
Yeah, I just read
Does everything just seem confusing to you?
Nothing seems confusing at all.
Bullshit.
Even that wasn't confusing. It just was. It seemed more like a curveball because he didn't have the word within 3 people. So within 3, it was so vague. I didn't get it.
It was very vague.
It's almost like he could have had sex with something other than people.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I mean, you know, how do you get through life when you don't understand within 3 how many people did you sleep with?
I don't know.
Would have been great if Sal went first and had to answer the question.
That was my thought. You know, if JD had been rotating the starters,
He might have gone
he
first.
might have gotten that question first.
Right.
And really, we would have had a great time. With
And then
the
he wouldn't have heard 30.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had any ability to jump around because he didn't hear any answers.
I got to tell you, Sal, there's a lot of times like, you know, there's just certain information I don't know. You can't know everything, and it's embarrassing when you don't know it, but that's pretty wild. I feel bad for you.
Don't feel bad for me.
I kind of do.
It's just
Like,
one of those odd things.
I don't know how you feed a family. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you don't know within 3, good Lord.
Within 3 brain cells, I guess. Fucking moron.
It just sucks, you know. And I know he probably can't read because probably everything's like, why is it so complicated when they write stuff?
Well, he says, you know, he doesn't want to be bothered with facts because you have to read them.
Right.
I do read, though. I just
What do you read?
I read The Dirt by Motley Crue.
Yeah.
That was a very good book. Okay. I'm reading The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama.
Are you really?
Yeah.
The Art of Happiness?
Yes, by the Dalai Lama.
Wow. Why would you think the Dalai Lama knows anything?
I don't know. He seems pretty happy. The guy's hanging out in a fucking robe all day, and he doesn't give a shit about
he
anything.
was born into it. It's like being born the king of England.
People are fascinated by his happiness, considering the man was tortured and he was in prison for so long, and yet he still finds the good things in life. And I said, wow, if this guy can find happiness, I'm sure I can.
Right. I can find happiness for you in 2 seconds to get a divorce. You'll be happy as a clam.
I was going to say, the Dalai Lama isn't married.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
So can you tell me anything about the Art of Happiness? What makes what did you learn from it?
The Art of Happiness, basically, it all comes down to compassion, having compassion for people. The kinder you are to people, the more you feed your spirit and your soul, and the happier you will be.
And you've applied this? Have you been kinder to other people and understand other people?
I try not to curse out people as much. Like, I'll take a deep breath. If somebody cuts me off on the road, I try to see the better things in people.
Look at Sal. Learning from a book.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
So I do read, and
All right.
there's your answer.
All right, here's Sal still trying to figure out what it means to say within 3.
Sal, 50. You're thinking, okay, it can't be a multiple of 3 now.
And it can't be within 3, 1, 2, and 3.
So what
is it now?
3 people amongst 3 people. Which makes no sense.
So do you mean the total of 3 people? Like you bang 10, he banged 20, she banged 30, and it adds up? Or?
Between what you know,
Sal's wife and the emotional friend.
There you go. Between Richard, the person who's given the number,
right?
Between me,
I still claim Sal probably thought The Art of Happiness was a coloring book. You know what I mean? There's no way he bought that thinking it was about the Dalai Lama's life.
Well, the best thing is that when he finally answers, he thinks he's wrong because he still doesn't understand the question.
Well, he answers the question sort of like waiting for you to say something so he can figure out what to say.
No, but I mean, even after, because we said, so you gave an answer, you got the question right. What was that based on? He goes, well, I still thought I was wrong. And then everybody said I was right.
And between, let's say, my spouse, in other words, would we all mutually know the number? That's the only thing I could rationalize. Within us three people, will we all mutually know the number of people that I've had sex?
Oh, within three.
Right.
Within those three people. What number will they think everyone knows?
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Don't vote for Sal for president.
But then when somebody said 50 and somebody said 30,
that's number three. My first rationalization was within three. 1, 2, or 3.
Would be great if Sal ran for president, had to be in a debate.
I would love it.
Once Howard said 30, I said, oh my God, it must be multiples of 3. Then Fred said 50, I go, it must be within 3 people knowing. Me, myself, I mean, my wife, myself, and the person giving the answer.
But how do you get to 50 from that?
I don't know. I was so thrown off. That's a good point. It's
wow. Just like 10 more IQ points, and he'd understand that question. He's only at 102. So at 102, you don't understand what within 3 means.
You don't get within 3.
Wow.
I do understand what it means.
Bobo. Hey, you scored in the 80s on the IQ test.
I scored 89. He makes me look like a fucking genius.
You understood within 3?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And this rant went on for 13 minutes, I think, yesterday on that show.
Explain within 3, Bobo.
Within 3 people. Period.
Within 3 people what?
Within 3 people. That's it, period.
No, explain it. Explain it. Bobo, explain it.
Well, he said within 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And who do you slept with or anything like that? So you say within 3 people. Is it 2, 1?
So he doesn't understand it.
He doesn't understand it either.
It's not more than 3. No, it's not more than 3.
Oh,
it's within 3. Within 3. 1 to 3. What's so hard?
I'm not sure he understands it.
He doesn't.
Or he does not understand it.
Bobo, within 3, how many people did you sleep with?
2. Okay? It's not more than 3.
All right.
Within 3.
So Bobo, what was Bobo's score? 80 something? What was his score?
He was 87 or something.
Okay, between 87 and 102, you can't understand within 3.
Bobo's answer is he slept with 2 women because it's within 3.
That's right.
Bobo, you're as big an idiot as he is.
Oh, fuck you.
What'd you say?
I said fuck you, too.
Didn't Fred say something about 30 or something like that? He go, wow.
Yeah, Fred's an idiot because...
That's right. How could he get it right?
That's not within 3.
Right.
Right. What a dummy. Holy mackerel. Poor Bobo and Sal don't know what that means.
Hey, Howard, though.
How are these guys functioning?
It's easy to function, apparently, in our society.
Bobo, within 3, how many people look at your hair and believe it's real?
Maybe 1 person a day.
I think 0 is the answer. That's within 3, isn't it?
That's it.
Mine is 40. Gary, that is unbelievable.
Well, it's unbelievable that he called in to say how stupid Sal is, and he thinks it's the same thought process. I've never in my life heard anybody not understand what that means.
Well,
and then now I've met 2 people.
So anyone between 87 and 102. Now, let me ask you, somebody with an IQ of 103, do they start to understand what within 3 means?
We got to find out the cutoff point.
Which
JD's 106, and he totally got it.
He got it.
He got it.
Yeah. Wow. So if Sal just had 4 more IQ points, he would understand that this is the simplest concept ever. And Bobo would understand that if he went up another 20 points or so.
Yeah, he needs a lot of points
he
to
needs
understand.
A lot of points. Come on.
You need 15 to get to Sal.
Yeah. No, Bobo, you're as big an idiot as Sal, maybe worse. You don't understand it.
No, I do, man. Within 3,
you called in
more than 3.
You called in to say how dumb Sal is, and you're as dumb as Sal.
Yeah, but wait a minute. The term within 3, that means within 3 of something, all right?
That's true.
So how could it be more than 3?
Right. So in other words,
2,
when we say
1.
within 3, how many people did you sleep with? The answer's got to either be 1, 2, or 3, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm the idiot for saying 30, right?
Of course.
Of course. So I'm stupid.
Well, Where does 30 come in the mix?
Wow. Man, oh man, oh man.
I mean, okay, Bobo, forget the within 3 part. How many people have you slept with?
Total.
Oh, okay. That's different. That's a broad question.
Of course.
Okay.
Very different.
That's a broad question.
How many would you say?
If you said how many people I've slept with, probably about in my lifetime, I would say, and this is an honest answer, maybe about 25.
Okay. Now, within 3, how many did you sleep with?
Within 3?
Yeah.
How could it be that? When I
know you
now
slept
look
with
at
25.
you're messing up.
I know
Howard.
you slept with 25 women, but within 3, how many did you sleep with?
Oh, if you said within 3 women, and then I would say 2.
There you go.
No, the answer would be.
No, don't tell him the answer. Wait,
May I jump in for a second? Sal, could you explain? Can you explain it from here on?
If you slept with 25 people, within 3 would either be 28 or 22.
See, he finally got it.
Somebody talked to him.
Well, everybody did.
Nobody talked to me because...
Sal, you couldn't explain it on the show.
Because JD left out the word people.
He did not.
He said within 3. How many people have you slept with? He should have said within 3.
People. How many people?
Within 3 people. How many people have you slept with?
Bobo, the answer
I'm
is...
argue this right now.
All right,
All
Bobo.
right, go on. Let him argue.
Go ahead.
You should have said within 3 of the 25 people. All right? Then I would
know you
have said
slept with 25
22.
Bobo, the answer to within 3, how many people did you sleep with? The answer is
25.
What?
Within the 25 people, then I would have said 23.
Oh, the answer would still be 25. How can I ever make him see this?
I love this guy. He makes me look smart.
Bobo, thank you.
All right, listen,
You're so right about Sal being dumb.
Listen, there's an upcoming Whack Pack special on Howard TV, so you got to see that.
We look forward to it.
Okay.
We love Howard TV. There's a couple of specials coming up on Howard TV, which is
for the super fan.
Unbelievable stuff coming up, especially behind the scenes. Lady Gaga is very good too. I just saw an advanced copy of that, so there's a lot of good stuff. All right, Bobo, within 3, what page of Art of Happiness are you on? You must be reading that too.
What?
No, actually, when I'm reading,
you two, by the way, you two don't need Art of Happiness. You guys need a basic math book. something that just deals with logic.
Yeah, start with basic math.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing though? It's just changing the gears a little bit. But yesterday's shares, right, in the very building that you guys do your show in, it closed at $40 and change, and meanwhile, Sirius is in the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about a Bobo, Sal, and Gary the Retard book club where they all report what book they're reading?
I would love that.
Yeah, they
I read books.
That'd be a good Howard 101 special.
What kind of books do you read, Bobo?
I read, say Donald Trump book, Get Rich Quick.
Did it work? I think
I did all right for myself.
I think in order to get rich quick the Donald Trump way, you got to know what within 3 means. Because when he negotiates and stuff, he knows within 3 Donald Trump. I can tell you that.
I retired at 56. Got to have something right.
Right. Thank you, Bobo.
He's probably 28. He thinks he's 56.
Within 3, how old are you?
Yeah. Oh, there he goes again.
Sorry to stump you. Within 3, how old are you?
58.
How old are you for real, though?
Huh?
How old are you for real?
58.
Right. Okay, he's getting it.
Yeah.
Within 3, how many wheels on a car?
4.
Okay. Now you learned something now.
Yeah,
all right, Bobo. Now you sound like a genius.
See, we pick up a little bit slow, but we get it.
All right. Thank you, Bobo. I still claim he doesn't.
But he was laughing for 24 hours at Sal.
Yeah. Oh, he couldn't wait. His first phone call this morning was how dumb Sal is. And what an idiot.
Jesus.
When you said 7, do you know which theory you were using?
Is Bobo still there?
No,
What is 7? What is it?
Why? What were you going to ask him?
No, we just found out, Bobo freaks out when you don't pick up his call.
Yeah.
So he's been calling for like a month and you haven't picked up.
Oh.
And he's been so freaked out that he's been going down to a dock, down to the water, and calling from a phone at the water because
He feels it's a more peaceful place. He needs to be in a more peaceful place when he calls it. So Will says that.
Get him back on the
So
phone.
Will says, like, when he calls, you hear, like, the birds, and the boats going by. He has to go to a special place to call you.
Hey, Will, get him back on the phone real quick. Stay here, Gary. We got to discuss this with Bobo. Holy mackerel. So he gets so full of anxiety that I haven't picked up his phone call that he decided, let's change venues.
Right.
He'll call into the show from a dock so that the water will calm him and the birds and the whole setting.
Exactly.
Okay. You think that's dumb, Sal?
I don't know. No comment.
Sal doesn't want to comment.
Yeah. Maybe we can't get in touch with Bubba because he's at the dock. And he
That's
probably
right. How can we get to the phone?
I'm putting him up right now.
Okay. Probably has poor reception. What line?
He's on line 20.
Thanks.
Within 3.
Bobo, are you at the dock now?
I'm at the dock right now, yeah.
We can hear the tugboats.
What's left of my dock.
So you get up
It's
early in the
destroyed.
morning and leave home to make this call?
Yes.
What
I
time
leave
do you
home.
get up to make your phone call?
I get up at 5:10, take a shower and everything. I'm out the door, and I go down to the docks.
How long does it take you to get to the dock?
It's like 3.5 minutes. I live almost right on the water.
Do you walk to it or you drive?
I drive.
You drive to the dock, and then by 6 a.m. when we start the show, you're already on your
I have to
cell.
be here.
Yep, right. And you're on your cell phone on hold, waiting to get on.
That's right.
Now, how many weeks into me not picking up your phone calls did you decide, you know what, maybe going to the dock will relax me?
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I come here. I come here to get relaxed.
Within how many weeks? Now, what happened? I mean, how many weeks went by without me answering your phone call?
I would say it was today's, what, the 13 days.
13 days. So,
yes.
13 days. Within the 13 days, when do you start to panic and say, I need to go down to the dock?
Oh, my God. After the first day.
After the first day?
Yeah, I go into a bad place, yeah.
Is it weird for you to? I know they have like a lot of wildlife. Does a seagull ever think your hair is a nest and try to lay eggs in
I
there?
got attacked down here. I have to stay with the air conditioning in the car running.
Because what? Birds try to land in your hair?
Those fucking birds here, they went to attack me.
Well, don't you
some
know?
asshole fed them with breadcrumbs or something. They all attacked me one day.
Yeah, but you've got that hair that a bird doesn't know that that's supposed to be hair. They think it's a nest.
That's some place to lay eggs.
Yeah, they want to raise a family. And
You know, it was the worst thing. Some of my questions blew away. Went right into the fucking water.
Do you write your questions before you get to the dock or while you're at the dock?
Oh no. There's a whole process. I have to go down to the. Well, I get inspired by the water. You know, like boats going by, and the whole. It's very serene out here.
So today, when you were staring at the boat, you said, "I'll call in and say Sal's an idiot."
No, I actually had that before. You know, listening to the show yesterday, wrap-up show.
All right, so that came to you before you got to the dock.
Right, but most of the stuff of the Bobo Shrine now is under construction.
So you've sat at the dock for 4 hours because sometimes I don't pick up.
Oh yeah, easily.
Right, so you just sit there all day waiting to get on the air.
Right.
Right. And then when you're done with the call, you leave the dock or do you stay there?
No, I leave the dock. You know, I go on with my day.
Right.
And this has to happen every day when when you're on.
Now, if Howard doesn't pick up, you stay on hold the whole time?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why sometimes you say, Bobo, I haven't heard you. What do you mean you haven't heard me? I call up every day.
Wow.
I'm on hold every day.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I would just go down to this dock just to watch Bobo and do this whole ritual.
Well, actually, no one was supposed to know except for Marion from Brooklyn. She knew from when I was up at the show.
Yeah, right.
The Whack Pack special.
You know anything about this, Marianne?
Howard. I was sitting up at the studio, and he said, well, what do you do? I said, well, I clean my house. I call Howard, and I go, what do you do, Bobo? He goes, I go to the dock at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I take notes, and I sit there for 4 hours in an air-conditioned car, and I said, Bobo, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. So I feel like I broke the story, Howard. But wait, you want to talk about dumb? Me and him were in the elevator at Sirius. We pressed the button. We went down. We were talking. We came back up. We got out. And I go, Ham Hands, how'd you get down here so quick? We were both stuck in the elevator. We didn't know. We didn't
Three times we were talking.
So much, Howard.
All right. I've had it with her.
I know, but what they're saying is they never pressed the button, I don't think, and they kept opening the door on the same floor, and they didn't know it.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Was that the story? I mean, between that fake laugh, I didn't know.
The show was over after doing a round table. We walk out, and Jason goes, "Come on, you guys got to go." So we go into the elevator, and her and I started bullshitting. And next thing, the door's shut, and we're talking in there 5 minutes. The door opens, and we come out and say, "Hey, wait a minute, how'd you guys get down here so fast?" Meanwhile, we never left the floor. So then we closed the door, and we stood there again talking. We come out, open the doors, we're still at the same floor.
How many times can that happen before you guys figure out what's going on?
Well, then I pressed it, and then somehow the elevator, someone must have hit it back up again. So I said, "Oh, we're going down, Mary." And she goes, "I don't know." And then someone must have hit it on the outside, brought us back up, and we walked out on the floor for a third time.
I want people to know that, Nobel Prize winners...
do listen.
Yeah. I mean, I got a beautiful note about the Lars Ulrich. How do you say it, Ulrich?
Ulrich.
The Lars Ulrich interview from Barry Levinson, who's a renowned film director and genius. I just want people to know that while you're listening to this.
And poor Barry is listening to Bobo now.
Right. Let's go to Chris. Chris, you're on the air in Lisbon, Connecticut.
Hey, Howard, how you doing? Fucking Bobo trying to make fun of Sal is hilarious. He's like 5 IQ points away from not even being able to dress himself in the morning. But what I wanted to say, Sal is hilarious. He'll say something to try to get his point across, and then Gary or John will say like the exact opposite thing or the right thing, and he'll be like, right.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
He's not even listening to what anyone else is saying. He just says shit. It's
He
hilarious.
can't comprehend it. Yeah. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, what's up, bro? Listen, why don't we just change Bobo's name to Dodo?
Dildo. Oh, Dodo. Dodo's on the phone, Robin. You going to know what I mean? Dodo.
Hey, Howard, now everybody knows all the fans are coming down here. They're all hitting the horn and everything. Now they all know where I am.
Oh,
they're going to disturb your peace.
Oh, man. How am I going to write down here?
Right. What is he writing?
His questions. Yeah, well, he wants peace and quiet when he writes his questions.
So
Dodo, enjoy your day. I got to split. I'll talk to you later.
Right, later, Mike. Right.
I just wonder what the card said about Sal.
It was a big card. It said, "Call Howard and tell him Sal is stupid." You guys should write a book called The Art of Stupidity, and then it'd be a huge seller with our fans. All right, Bobo, thank you.
All right, man.
Bobo down at the dock.
Yeah,
and the birds attack him.
Well, and probably in the wintertime, I'll probably go back into the shrine again.
Right. Okay, Bobo.
It's too cold. Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, why spend 4 hours indoors when you can be in a car in air conditioning and stare at the water? Bobo has a water view.
He's got water in his head. He's always viewing water.
All righty, I got to take a break.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Monday's wrap-up show, we discuss my past family life, all the crazy things that I've been through, and we also discuss, could I possibly pull off a Ponzi scheme without my wife knowing? It got pretty crazy, but then, of course, old fart Grandpa Ronnie Mund had to stroll into the room, for lack of a better word, and take over talking about his red carpet shenanigans. Who the fuck would want that old bastard on a red carpet? I don't know. See for yourself.
So, G-Man, Howard was talking today about, Robin, I think, brought up the Ruth Madoff story, and they both said that she was completely unaware of what was going on with her husband, Bernie Madoff. And I guess he brought you in to illustrate how sometimes a wife can be unaware of what's going on with the husband, meaning your mom, and what was going on with your dad.
Right.
Is it difficult for you to talk about those times when you're talking about how you were brought up and dealing with both families?
When I was younger, it was really difficult. I didn't speak to anybody about it. It was more embarrassing that other people made me aware of my father's other lifestyle.
But I find it weird even now. Like, where's your dad now?
He's home now, but he's leaving. Well, he just came back from Sicily.
But how long was he there?
For about 6 months.
And so what? But your mom's here, right?
Right.
So what is he doing in Sicily for 6 months?
We don't ask. But
no, really.
He's working on shipping wine in, and he says it's actually coming here. I saw him yesterday. He said it's coming here, I think, on the 11th of November. He has a whole container of wine coming in. So he's getting involved in the wine distributorship business.
Yeah, you gave me a bottle of wine 2 years ago. You go, my father's getting in the wine business. And that's the last I saw of it.
That's the last I saw of it as well. I think my father hooked up with a wine guy. He got a few bottles of wine. He's in the wine business. I certainly hope that's the case, because he's been pressing this wine for the past 2 years, and now this container of wine is supposedly coming in.
Now, do you think most wives are unaware of what their husbands are up to?
No, not most. I don't know. I think it's important to stay on top of your spouse, on top of your husband or wife. You know, I wish I would have in the past a little bit more.
Literally.
Yeah, both. Man, it's important to stay on top of your spouse.
No, but that's not the question.
Our wives,
especially of our parents' generation.
Definitely not. Definitely. I don't think, my mother did her thing. My dad did his thing. He went to work. She stayed at home, took care of the kids in the house, and that was that. A lot of times my dad would come home and go, I have to go to Arizona this weekend. He would just leave for Arizona.
And your mother would never say why?
He'd go to open up a business.
What kind of business? Or did it ever get that far?
I don't think it did a lot of times. We went to Sicily one time. We're driving. I'm in Naples. My dad, we put us all in the car. He goes, we have to go visit my cousins in Sicily. We're driving like for 6 hours. We get on the boat, then we go over the bridge, and we're driving. All of a sudden, he stops. There's this huge rock. He reaches underneath it, pulls out a garbage bag, puts it in the trunk, and keeps going. Nobody in the car says a word. We just know not to. It's just weird like that.
Now, do you think in your relationship, I mean, we've been down the 143 road. I don't want to go there, but
yeah.
Do you think, do you make Christine aware of everything that you're doing? I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that, but I mean more like, work stuff or, if you're going away or whatever. Like, does she want to keep tabs on where you are?
In the beginning, I did a lot, but, now I come home and she's like, what happened today at work? And I said, nothing. It's just the same old thing. And she says, why do you get so uptight when I ask you about work? I go, because if I bring something up, we're going to get into an argument and you don't know the whole story. And
But what do you mean? What would you argue about at work?
Well, let's say like my sex life sucks, something like that. And
but I mean, when she says what on to work today, you'd say, oh, we had this comedian on. She used to be on Last Comic Stand, and she's pretty funny. She did the roast. You don't.
Yeah, somewhat, but I'm tired. I don't want to talk. I've been talking all day. I've been working all day.
No, you're just tired of talking to her.
Well, I'm not. Yeah,
but you are.
Maybe a little bit. So, it got to the point because I don't bring up your work anymore because you don't want to talk about it.
And do you say to her, what'd you do all day?
No.
Does she tell you about her day anyway?
Yeah, I do ask her from time to time. We do talk about it. But what am I going to hear? She went to Target. She bought bottled water. She stopped and got her hair done. She was, talking to her girlfriends. I
got to tell you, we sit at the dinner table every night, and it's not like I'm like, the teacher, like, what did you do? What did you do? I'll be like, Lucas, what'd you do today? Oh, school. I go, Mary, what did you do today? She says, I went to the gym and I did this and I did that. And
I do ask the
Jack
questions.
says who was on the show, and that's what you do at dinner, I think.
We do that at dinner. I do ask the questions, but there's really, after being with somebody for close to 20 years, it's pretty much the same monotonous routine. So I always ask, and we certainly share a lot of things together, and we talk about our friends and things that are going on, but I mean,
so the question is, could you pull off a Ponzi scheme with your wife not knowing about it?
No, I couldn't. Not with her. No, she's well aware of my schedule. She does. She puts my schedule together as far as the
well. In this case, it wasn't Bernie Madoff's schedule. He had a regular schedule. It's just what he was doing while he was there.
That's right.
I certainly couldn't pull it off. No. We're certainly in tune and in touch with each other as far as I know.
Hey, Ronnie, I see you over there. Are you doing Good Day LA or what?
I don't know.
Where did this come from?
One Fan Network.
What do you mean? A guy tweeted that, hey, Ronnie should do
This
Good
guy
Day
runs
LA?
a thing called Mund Fan Network, all promotion about Ronnie Mund.
What does that mean, though? It's like a website?
On Twitter.
Is this officially sanctioned by you, or
I don't give. Listen, I don't give a shit what he does. He puts shit up all. No, what are you?
What
are you talking about? Money? What do you? Right away, everything's for money with you. What are you?
The funny thing is,
about?
when Ronnie says he doesn't give a shit, in his world, that is officially sanctioned.
Are you okay with it though?
It's so stupid. The
No,
stuff,
that's
some of
cool.
the stuff
Do
he
you
puts up
follow it?
though. Well, it's on my page, so I see it.
Well, what are some of the other things
Like
you
some
think
of
she
the
should
things,
do?
like here's some of the, like I could get on there right now probably because I'm sure he heard that he was mentioned on the show. There'll be like 10 in a row
of what?
Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio, put Ronnie Mund in your next movie. Hey, Donald Trump, make Ronnie Mund the judge at the Miss America pageant.
All right, so he's spreading the word.
Hey, NASCAR, you make Ronnie a grand marshal at your next race. Shit like that.
So he said, hey, Jillian, put Ronnie on.
Right.
So, in other words, you're not booked at all.
pretty much booked. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not booked.
But you are booked to walk the red carpet.
Oh, that's got nothing to do with him.
And what is that? You're walking the red carpet for Fox, you said?
Yeah, for UFC, the launch of UFC on Fox, November 12th.
And they're flying you first class?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is it because like you have another thing coming up?
Yeah, I got
or
something. I have something
going
going on with them, and the guy who's putting the UFC thing together is also the guy who's
part of
putting
that
my
thing.
thing.
This is cool. Like, this is like a soft launch of Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like, Ronnie's coming here, but not promoting anything, but just people get to know Ronnie for when he's got his big gig.
Need to be seen on the red
Right.
carpet. So what's your plan?
As far as what?
You're just going to stroll down? You got to have
Stroll down?
you got to have a game plan going in.
What kind of game plan? I just walk and do the usual me.
Gary, you're a red carpet veteran. What advice can you give Ronnie?
give me some advice.
Usually when you're on the red carpet, usually they're asking about the show, so just be ready for questions. I always try to figure out how I'm going to handle anything I don't want to talk about.
I'll tell him to fuck
Like
off.
when Howard's contract was up, and I went to
Not that
the
kind of
McCartney
I was
thing.
going to say, your plan for the red carpet is to tell him to fuck off?
Well, if I don't like what they're asking me, no, I wouldn't say it. No, I'm only kidding.
Well, that's got to be exciting getting flown out to L.A., walking the red carpet.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm all hyped up about it.
Are you bringing your girlfriend?
No, she can't go. She's got to work.
Don't you think? I can't see Jillian not having him. I know there are two other people and others in the decision-making process.
Oh, then he put up one also that I should be on Jimmy Kimmel. Hey Jimmy, he's coming out to L.A. You should put him on the show.
Jimmy could probably work you into a bit, but I don't think he could book you as a guest. Yeah. I think that, believe it or not, Good Day L.A., they have like authors and actors on, and I know Jillian could do 8 minutes with Ronnie in her sleep, but I don't know if she could talk the rest of the people, the producers, into putting you on.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
you got any other plans while you're out there?
I'm going to see some friends because mostly I got just one thing going on, and then the UFC thing. So I'm getting out there on Thursday, so I'll have some free time and see some friends out there.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, it's Gary Delabate. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked to Benji because Benji brought in his new friend, this girl that he's in love with, that wanted to perform. So we talked about how wacky Benji was acting. He couldn't eat breakfast. He hung around all day doing her sound check. Then we all tried to give advice, and JD even stepped in to give advice on how not to be a friend to a girl. Here's what happened.
We've got plenty to talk about. Elisa Jordana, we got to finally meet after a lot of hype from Benji, and there's very strong reaction. Some people feel that she's using him. Some people feel that Benji knows this and doesn't care, and everyone thinks he's holding out the banger, except Benji, who says that that's not necessarily the case. But, Gary, it's pretty obvious that is the case, don't you think? He's just smitten. I mean,
he doesn't see it, and we've all been in that position. But he's like, no, even if, she never sleeps with me, this is somebody I could be around with the rest of my life. But I think we all sort of know in a year she'll be gone. She'll be with the chick he brought to the Christmas party, wherever she ended up. Who is the greatest person ever and really a sweet girl, and we're going to be friends forever.
But will they remain friends? And I asked that because Marianne, who's been calling in all the time lately, his friend Marianne, they're still friends, and Benji's kind of went through this period with her.
I like that Marianne calls him, by the way, because we get nothing out of Benji. So she tells us what's going on, and I love when
Booker in the catsuit.
Yeah, well, not only that was funny too, but even like saying how Benji used to always talk to her, and Benji wanted to have sex with her, which of course we know because we're men.
Now, and Will, maybe you should come down to talk about this, or Jason. How crazed was Benji leading up to this appearance?
Oh, here's a good one. Doug comes to me, Doug Goodstein from TV, and he says, we order Benji's breakfast every morning. He's never missed breakfast ever. he didn't come in until after she was done to get his breakfast because he was too nervous to eat.
I know Will said that he had sent some notes about her, which makes sense doing the research, but he was
sending out yesterday. He sent out a whole bunch of links to her songs and videos.
Got that. Then he was hanging around here doing her sound check. Then he was walking her around the station. Went on Jenny Hutt's show to promote that she was going to be on this show, which, again, I said, I don't know whether Jenny Hutt has, 5 listeners or 5 million. It doesn't matter. He got to throw her in front of a microphone, and that looks really important.
Is the payoff going to be there, though, for him? He got her. He did all that. He got her on Howard's show. She got to play a couple of songs. The interview went well. Will he close?
The thing is, I've been down this road a couple of times, and I'd say, mostly it doesn't work. But every once in a while, you get somebody on an off night, they're vulnerable and maybe had a little bit to drink, and they get to the sort of like, you're a good guy. Maybe
you're saying a fuck of convenience.
Well, they give it a try because they really do like you as a person, and then it's just ugly for everybody. It's just they realize they don't like you. Now they fucked you. How do they get out of your life? It's uncomfortable for all involved.
Now, Will Murray, I saw you trying to research this guest yesterday, and Benji wouldn't leave your side, it seemed, like all afternoon.
I know. Typical Benji. Typical Benji is the one time you actually want to talk to him, he's not here, right?
Oh, I know. We're waiting for him.
Yeah, he's just, he was a pain in the ass with the notes. He had to constantly look over my shoulder and make sure everything was explained the way he wanted it. He was very worried about how she'd be perceived on the show and actually how he would be perceived on the show.
What do you mean by how he would be perceived?
Well, the whole ambient story that she told a little bit today, he didn't want that to seem like he was some kind of like
date
raper. Yeah, which I think he is a little bit.
So she was going out on the dates, and he was just tagging along, right? With the
and
Ambien
then feeding her drugs before the date as well.
And by the way, Robin brought this up. She said that was like what Nixon used to do. When Nixon met his wife, who wasn't his wife, he met her in college, and he was madly in love with her the way Benji is. And so he used to chauffeur her on her dates, like drive her to her dates, and just figured he'd hang around. Again, this is the whole Al Roker thing. But to me, the vision of Benji 3 tables away on her date is super creepy.
Yeah, the whole thing was bizarre.
Passing out, by the way.
And her too.
Yeah,
because she'd been drugged.
Again, I think we kind of flew past that. I know she's an adult and Benji didn't force anything on her, but the fact that he was recommending she take drugs either before her date or before her appearance on the show is so creepy. And who had the Ambien? Was it just lying around? Like, I don't know. To me, that was a fascinating part of the story. But clearly, they're both crazy, and that's why you can make fun of Benji all you want. But a girl that would let Benji sit 3 tables away while she's on the date is equally as crazy as Benji is for doing it. So I don't know what is going on over there.
So you don't think she's just a happy, fun-loving spirit, and they connected, and they're Skyping, and
there was nothing fun-loving that came off. I mean, she was great. Though I'm not putting her down. She was good on the show, and she was a performer. But no, she didn't come off like a happy, fun-loving person to me at all.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like a traveling party.
Yeah. She seemed kind of like a downer, to be honest.
And I wouldn't exactly describe her as asexual either.
No. She's very sexual.
Stories.
No, she's very. I mean, another one of her great lines today was when I told the story about how she went to Rick's, and Ronnie said that she'd been at Rick's a bunch of times, and she goes, "Oh yeah, they have great lobster. Like you can't get lobster anywhere else in New York City but Rick's."
Hi, Benj.
By the way, have you ever had bad lobster?
Exactly.
It's lobster.
By the way, for everyone, we are fully in the vortex. But I think it
we
makes
started
sense
without you
to go
That's
there.
okay. I don't mind.
How did you feel
That's
after?
what he wants.
So she finally came in. We all got to meet her. She got to perform. But I thought I heard you say you felt a little sad after this was all over today.
Yeah, I go back and forth on it. On because like I said on the show, sometimes it's just so much fun to be around her, and sometimes it does get a little sad. So
there was a lot going on.
Plus, I was really tired. Like we didn't get a lot.
But
of sleep
also,
last night.
I mean, to be a little mean, like you might have felt sad because you've now gone to the pinnacle of where she can use you. Meaning you. I mean, where do you go from here?
No, I listen. It's been the same way for weeks, and
No, but this was sort of a build-up. I understand where Jason's coming. Like this was a big thing. Like this was the kind of thing where you'd hope after you get on, maybe even not today, maybe tonight. Yeah. She goes, "Wow,
this doesn't get you laid."
I don't have any fantasy of that happening now. I listen. I'm fat now. If I met a girl as heavy as me, but had as a good-looking face as me, I would say, look, you got to lose weight.
Do you think if you lost that weight, like you're saying, and you're in your ideal shape, do you think that would make a difference? Because it sounded to me like today.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen with her.
All right. Well, I actually tweeted this recently. The great thing about being fat is you always have hope. You know.
But do you
Once
think
I lose all the weight and there's this?
But do you think it's only a weight thing? That's the only thing between you and her?
I think no. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Howard asked point blank, "Would you bang Benji?"
Right.
And she didn't say no,
right.
But she gave the if there was a nuclear war kind of like she was giving the excuses.
She gave the being nice answer.
Do you think that would really work?
Well, it seemed like you got the sort of not that good looking but a great personality.
No, I know.
Right?
Like I knew when I pitched that as a hey, to have her on. I was just talking to Greg about this. Like there's three things going on. One, did I want to get her on the show and like help my friend out and impress her? Absolutely. Did I want and get her music out there? But I thought the premise of is she saying she's asexual? I knew she might have been just being nice to me, or I thought it was interesting either way.
No.
If she's really asexual, that's interesting.
No, what you really wanted to do was smoke out the truth.
Well,
seriously, I know. I mean,
maybe
you wanted to put her on the spot to get to the truth to say, is she asexual or is she just not interested in you?
No, but I thought either way, it makes it a real interesting
to you, especially.
Yeah. But it started to come out in the last couple weeks anyway.
So, do you look at her any differently after today?
I'm very impressed by her because I know she's as great as a performer she is, as talented as she is. She's hardly done any like solo radio on herself. Well, solo is herself, but and I know she was incredibly nervous. Like I know she's incredibly good, but was also incredibly nervous. So I'm really impressed by her. Overcoming her fears and doing that.
That was another thing that I found really, really interesting. Right from when you pitched her at the meeting, I think she's very talented. But we've had many talented people cross through here.
Right.
I've never seen you so into it. And first of all, even when she was playing today, you didn't even know the TV show was doing cutaway shots of you bopping and
I really do like her music. So
I think you really like her.
We could tell.
Oh, I do. I really like her too, but I really like her music also.
JD, what advice would you have for Benji?
I was also bopping when Lady Gaga was in.
Not like this.
I don't know. I don't even know. If he's okay with them being just friends, then I'll let him do his thing, whatever.
But it seems like he wants it.
Hold on. But if he's looking, if he even thinks. He's dreaming of a little something more. I think he should just stop.
Well, no,
because you're really hurting yourself.
I get that, and like you said, I don't think she will meet someone better than me. I don't think that she'll meet someone better than me.
I had this conversation. with him during the break.
I don't mean better than. I'm saying that will make her happy.
She won't meet.
That she'll be happy. Have better emotional.
She won't meet somebody.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Then why isn't she saying, Benji? You know what? You're the love of my life. We should be together forever, always.
Because I'll never find anything better.
Because she's not at that point, and it might not happen. I agree that, and I might. Like I've said repeatedly, I might say, you know what? It does hurt me too much to see someone I really like this way, but. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
I gotta say,
what
I really like the angle you were taking for getting her drugged up and then moving forward. So I would suggest, unlike JD, is either get more or better drugs.
All right.
Where do you think this will? It's a year from now. Will you be friends? Will we have never not heard of her for 6 months? Where do you think it'll all be?
I don't
know. I could see I don't know. She's the kind of person I could see. If it doesn't work out, maybe I like her. I like her a lot. So maybe it's someone I want all my life. And we, so I don't know.
JD, you've been the friend victim, right? With some chicks?
Yeah.
Have you remained
sort of recently? And you have to just, it took a little while, but you have to cut the cord.
Yeah, but if
because it'll kill you.
But JD,
I went through some major anxiety over someone and it's just ugh. It wasn't even worth it.
But when people were telling you, you know what, it ain't going to happen. It's time to move on. You wouldn't listen.
Kinda. There were always the thoughts of maybe there's a chance, but then
JD, first of all, I think every guy has gone through this, and I'm assuming you're talking about. I can't remember. It started with A. Ash.
No.
It was
somebody you
else?
don't even know.
Okay,
Ashley
right,
Madison.
Cool. You know her? Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you were about to say something.
But have you ever had this with somebody and remained friends with them?
Not really. No. Once a girl isn't into me, attracted to me or whatever, it's hard. What are you laughing at? It's hard for me to be just friends with them. You know what I mean?
Same here. It's not. Or sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. You know.
Aren't you worried about if something does happen romantically, it's going to destroy everything you've built? In terms
What do you mean?
Of because you could be
if we get together romantically.
It's like a bad John Hughes movie, but you could be friends with them for a very long time. Then that moment happens. Then all of a sudden, it just didn't live up to expectations.
That's possible. I mean, but you know, I'm not looking for a guarantee. You know.
I was back there in the newsroom, John, and Al, who's editing up the news stories today for us, told me an interesting story that when Benji did the hurricane show, where he was doing a 1-hour show during Hurricane Irene, I think, he had asked Al to upload 20 songs of this girl into Profit to play throughout the show.
She was gonna be one of the people I interviewed. They said they couldn't get her on the phone.
Now, are you
so Al sat there and had to upload 20 songs.
Well, they asked me, they said, give us every single thing you want to upload that could possibly be, because they also told me when I did the Hurricane show, it could be all night.
So he skipped the Billy Joel anthology.
No, I also had several Daniel Johnston songs. I tried to get a Kenny Roby song about
Daniel
a hurricane.
Johnston?
Another guy won't bang him?
Yeah. Well, don't say that so quickly. Hey,
Benji, one question real quick. At your peak, do you think you like Marianne more than you like, what's her name now, Elisa?
It's so hard to... No, I don't think so.
Does it bum you out that...
I do love Marianne.
Does it bum you out that Marianne calls in? Because
it pissed me off. I mean, I love her, and Marianne is one of my closest friends, and we're one of my best friends. But I don't like this, like, you know... I don't like... It's you don't need to tell people... Like, you know, just give it up. I don't believe in telling people give up something. I can say, like, hey, you know what? I think it might lead you to getting hurt. But just drop it. It's never going to happen.
I was asking more about the stuff because you don't tell us anything. So she tells us the stuff about you.
Like what?
Like that you used to try to talk dirty to her and what your moves were and her and all that stuff.
Listen, Marianne and I joke around a lot. And stuff.
Did they Bob Amian?
And what were you doing yesterday? I mean, you were all over the place with this. I know Will said he was trying to get you for a pre-interview. He really...
Yeah.
I mean, you were in his hair. You did a show last night. Like, are you playing up the moment, or are you just?
No, I like Gary. There was a build up to this, and we did. You know, there was a lot of. She did like rehearsal and stuff, and you know there was.
It's like Clive Davis. You know, sitting there going, sounds like a hit, sweetheart.
I was there for the rehearsal. It was cool. Benji was videotaping it and like asking people to come in to watch. And
well, she said because she felt better because she was very nervous about performing, so she wanted different people to. Like, you know, strangers just to be there.
Do you think there's a chance that she might be using you for all of this?
No, I don't. I think when I initially talked to her about getting on, she was like, no, you know, don't try to do it.
So that brings a question that was a big debate in the back office.
I think she enjoys it, especially.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Is the onus on her to cut it and say, listen, I'm not going to bang you, or is the onus on Benji to recognize that it may not happen?
She said that. So she's done her onus.
She really hasn't, though.
She didn't say no.
She's left the door ajar, ever so slightly.
Yeah.
She really has, though, and that's the tough part.
Like a sheet of paper will fit through.
Well, that's exactly it. But a sheet of paper is enough when you feel like the way you do.
That's not when you're his size.
If she was playing you, and I'm not saying that she is, but if she was, she's playing you perfectly.
Okay. But I don't. You know, I don't think so. I think she has a really good heart.
I think that as long, like if she told you there is 0% possibility you and I will ever sleep together, and then you continue to do nice stuff for her, I think, okay, that's not her fault anymore. But I kind of agree with Gary. She left the door open, and in a way, it's definitely using you. And even if she's not doing it to be malicious, it's still using.
I think you guys are all cynics. I think that tends to be a lot of people are cynics. I'm not as cynical about.
You're a romantic
pussy fog.
Yeah.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, two of our favorite people were here, Ronnie Mund and J.D. Harmeyer. And Ronnie spoke about how you get permission to chain a guest because he was worried about Lou Bellera and Joey Buttafuoco possibly getting into it. So we heard some Ronnie logic, and then right after that, J.D. talked about the email he sent to Howard, which said spoiler alert, and had the spoiler in the subject. Two great minds, all for you.
Ronnie, with Lou and Joey coming in, a lot of the they got along very well, but Gary, you should describe the setup because there was a whole, you know, reconfiguration of the studio, and one was isolated, and a lot went into it.
I'll talk about that, and then I'll talk about the conversation that Ronnie and I had yesterday, how it all led to this. But basically what went on was Howard was very fearful that there was going to be an altercation. And Ronnie and I had spoken yesterday morning. I went to Ronnie. I said, you got extra guys tomorrow, right? He goes, yeah, absolutely, because we knew something could happen. So I get a phone call from Ronnie at like 1. I guess Howard called me when I was down with Tim, and I tried to call Howard back. I couldn't get him. Ronnie called me. Howard's very nervous about what's going to go on. And then Ronnie said something about a ball and a chain, which I didn't understand, which in all fairness, Howard must have said to him. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, handcuffs and balls and chain. Like, we can't do that.
Does Ronnie have a security or police type of voice or manner when he's talking, like when he's setting up these
No. We
plans?
were just talking. Ronnie and I talk about this, like how you going to handle this, how you going to handle that. So Ronnie had informed me, because Howard had gone to the gym, and Ronnie said he called me. He's worried about tomorrow. He talked about maybe handcuffing them or putting them in a ball and chain. But I called the people that work here, and it can't happen, et cetera, et cetera. So I just sort of let it go by because I knew it was an idea that came and went.
Right.
And then I said to Ronnie, we'd done this twice before. I said, why don't we put one guy in Robin's studio? That way your guys can block the door either way, him coming out or Joey going in.
And that ended up being Lou.
Right. We put Lou in there and put one guy on the couch. And so everybody liked that idea. Now, I'm trying to think who the other people, who's the black wrestler? I think his name was Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
And I think somebody interviewed him and gave him a quiz, and he did not come across looking very bright, and he was fucking angry.
Yeah.
And so we put him in the booth. That's one I remember. And I think we did it one other time.
Oh, the KKK guy.
Which guy?
Yeah, Daniel Carver for the Carver roast.
That was the
To
roast.
protect him, though.
That was the roast.
Right. He was in there. But Ronnie, what was your plan, and did you leave a message like that for Howard?
No.
So what did you tell him?
No. We talked in the car, and he said that he was nervous about, he didn't want any problems. So I said, well, we're bringing extra guys in. And he goes, well, maybe we should chain them to the couch and one to the chair, or handcuff one or whatever. I said, I don't think that'll work, but I'll check into it. So I checked into it with a couple of people here that work here, security people. And, it's you can't do that unless you get permission.
How many people did you check with?
Well, 2 different people.
Okay. And did you think Howard was being like dead serious? I want them chained. I want them handcuffed.
He wanted something to make sure that they wouldn't get at each other.
But that's not the issue.
Well, there wasn't an issue.
I don't think that was Howard's point. Howard's point was, did you think he was asking for you to do it without their permission?
No, how can you do it without their permission?
But you were saying we can't do it without their permission.
Right. Well, that's what.
So then we could have done it with their permission.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
So then why would you say to Howard we can't do it without their permission if you didn't think he was asking that?
Benji,
I actually know what he's saying. He's saying that you shouldn't go. What Benji's saying is you should have called Howard back and said we can do this.
I did say that.
But we're going to have to get their permission, and they may not give it.
I did say that. If we got them either written or them telling on camera, beforehand, like we do when we get the IDs from girls and stuff like that, that I give my permission to be handcuffed into a chair.
But did you ever assume that Howard was going to want to do it without their permission?
No.
So normally you don't bring up something like that unless you think.
Why wouldn't you bring it up?
Why would you say also like?
Why is it so? Why do you have to pick at everything?
No,
why
I think it's interesting.
What?
I'm not trying to be mean about it.
No, but I don't understand what the problem is here with you with this. What is the problem?
I swear it's not a problem. I find it interesting.
Okay, it's interesting, but I told him every scenario of it, and that's why he said I left this long message.
What was every scenario?
The scenario was either you could handcuff them with their permission, or you can't handcuff them unless they're under arrest.
See, that's where it gets funny because I think we all know that nobody's going to handcuff them without their permission.
Well, no, you can't just have them walk in and say, "Hey, listen, man, we think there's going to be a problem here. We're going to handcuff you."
No, you could have them walk in and say, "We think there's going to be a problem here. We were thinking about it. Might be funny if we handcuff you. Are you cool for that?"
Yeah, right. But they weren't cool about doing that here.
How do you know? Let's get to that. Who wasn't cool about it?
The serious people.
They didn't like the idea of handcuffing people?
Then we couldn't handcuff people at all.
If we had their permission.
Well, hold on. But you're saying 2 different things. Either the serious guys told you no.
They weren't happy with it either way, but it can be done if you have their permission.
So the hand,
but they weren't happy about it. What can I? What?
Wait. So the handcuffs.
How much more can I say?
Wait, Ronnie.
They weren't happy about it here.
Okay.
So the handcuffs were out. But what about the chains?
No, the same difference, John. Chains, handcuffs, the same thing.
All right. So after you found this out, what was the next plan? Did you design the layout?
No, Gary. I spoke to Gary. Gary said, "We've done this before. What if we do it this way?" And I said, if there's a problem with that, call me back and we'll try and work something else out. I never heard from him again, so I assumed everything was fine. When I came in this morning, that was the plan.
When you came into the studio later, when Howard was talking about it, you told Howard he was coming all over you. Where did that come from?
Well, right, he jumped all over me saying I was talking like a cop and all. I left him a message. I did the right thing. I told him what, he likes to know what's going on. I told him what was going on.
Right, but you didn't say you're breaking my balls. You said you're coming all over me, and that seemed like an odd choice of words, I thought.
Why, John?
Why?
You can answer that question, Gary.
He's breaking my balls no matter what. If I do the right thing, it's not good. If I do the wrong thing, it's not good. What can I say?
Joe in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
Okay, I'll tell you where the problem is, Ronnie. It's if this were a trip you were planning out to California to do some Fox TV show, you'd have been a lot more tenacious. You'd have checked into a lot more sources. You'd have gotten it done. You're getting lazy. Bottom line.
Yeah, okay, fine. How am I lazy? We got it done.
You didn't get it done the way Howard wanted to. You said no right away.
I did not say no right away.
You're a negative guy.
I said I would check it, and you're a fucking asshole, okay? You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Be careful, you're going to break a hip.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, thanks for chiming in there, Joe. As it turned out, it was a pretty normal conversation that Lou and Joey had, right? There was none of that.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen. How do you know what's going to happen?
There was a whole weird thing that started out right from the beginning where I went out to the hallway to talk to Joey, and he goes, "Hey, Gary, thanks for not returning my phone call 2 Thanksgivings ago." And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've spoken to Joey probably 4 times in the last year and a half. I'm probably one of the few people in any business, show business or otherwise, that calls him back pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So he seemed to have some bug about me, the whole thing. So he said, "Can I bring my wife in?" And I said, "I don't think that works. Why don't you bring her into the green room, and then you'll go in, and then if Howard wants to call for in." And he said, "Okay." And then when I walked out to get him, Howard goes, "Bring them in." Joey goes, "Bring my wife in." And I said, "No, you're not, Joey." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing." And I said, "Joey, we just talked about this 20 minutes ago." "No, we didn't." "Yeah, we did, Joey. We just talked about it." "Well, I changed my mind." I go, "I know, I changed mine as well. She can't come in." And it got so this is, of course, while I'm walking her in. So it got to be, he was very odd today. He was in this very odd and contentious mood. And then I guess I was the brunt. I didn't hear it, but I guess I was the brunt of Gary's keeping me off the show.
Where you going, JD? JD, where you going? Why are you writing it on paper? Why don't you speak into the microphone?
It was something that we already covered, actually.
So what?
It was a good point, though, JD made.
Well,
look, I won't say, Ronnie. I won't say.
Speak up, man.
I won't say it was JD because I didn't have this conversation with him. But some people said that when you went and said you're coming all over me, you were trying to create another catchphrase.
No, I wasn't. Oh God,
it was very odd, Ronnie.
Yeah,
it was very odd.
Yeah, okay, like your catchphrase yesterday.
No, my catchphrase yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, pussy fog.
Yeah.
You don't hear me using pussy fog, do you?
You don't hear me using coming all over me.
Yeah,
either,
you
do
did actually.
I used it once today. That's it.
Okay. That's right. That's
all right.
That's all we need is one.
All right. Don't come in and write it on paper. Speak into the microphone.
I didn't want to bring something.
That's why they call it the wrap-up show. You talk here.
Hold on. I hadn't.
I know you can't talk good.
I hadn't been listening, and I didn't want to bring something up that had already been discussed already. I was having respect for the show. Unlike you,
why?
who just
Since when do you have respect for the show?
I have respect for everything I'm involved in.
Good.
Why did you email a spoiler alert to Howard that had the spoiler in the title?
That is amusing. I'd love to hear this explanation.
There was a mention. Arquette mentioned Howard on Jimmy Kimmel, and I forwarded the message, and I assumed he had already seen Arquette had gotten kicked off. So I just put spoiler alert, Arquette was kicked off last night.
But why would you assume it? Because you don't know that Arquette's kicked off till like 9:58, right?
Yeah, well, I assumed he woke up early enough or tried to find out or something.
Because most people would have been spoiler alert. Don't read this if you don't want to know who got kicked off Dancing with the Stars last night.
He's going to see either way. He's going to see who mentioned him on Kimmel.
No, but if you said what I just said, then he wouldn't do that.
No.
Well, I mean, but Gary's saying like you would just say, spoiler alert, the results of Dancing with the Stars
Listen,
vote.
Either
is in
way,
here.
if I put spoiler alert or not, it would have been spoiled because he would have seen that Arquette had
No, he wouldn't
mentioned
have.
him.
No, he wouldn't have. Oh, if you said spoiler alert, don't open if you don't want to know who got kicked off Dancing with the Stars. Then he wouldn't have opened it.
He would have to know either way.
So you were being sarcastic writing spoiler alert.
A little bit, yes.
But sometimes sarcasm gets lost in an email.
Well, sorry.
Did Howard watch? Did Howard open his email and then did it spoil it for him, or did he already know?
I think he already knew.
Yeah. So there you go.
You came all over him, man.